see how he was reaching through to try to block the hips, but probably grabbed onto the shorts and got a little more than he wanted. He's trying to drag him to the ground. Instead, got that arm lines his way to the back. He's got that arm. Yeah, he's launching some offense. Final minute of round one. He's not quite out of danger, although he's got his hands locked. He's trying to get his elbow out before he pulls. Stack them, get the elbow out, and now you're good to go if you're retired. Back in the triangle now. I watch it again though. Left his arm in there again, but so powerful. But man, the pace that Pierce is able to fight at, just immediately, no issues, right back in on the takedown attempt. It's a lot of energy from Pierce early on. I'd be curious to see how this plays off in the second round for both these guys. Second round is coming up after this. Welcome to Auto. What are you working on today? Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see where a free fix finder service says. And if you need help, you can refer to a shop. That's an easy fix.
This holiday season, find your healthy at Sprouts Farmers Market. Farm fresh, organic ingredients, healthy essentials, and unique offerings. Find an endless array of high-quality products perfect for any dietary lifestyle. Craft your comfort amidst the chaos and find your healthy this holiday season at Sprouts.
Vegas, live inside the UFC Apex alongside Dominic Cruz and Paul Felder. Brendan Fitzgerald with you. Megan O'Leary, part of our broadcast team today. Bonus coverage before we hit the main card as we hit the top of the hour. And Jonathan Pierce will join us after an action-packed first round. It'll right to the ground in round two.
All that takedown defense early on, all that power takedown defense. You saw Pierce go straight to the well that he started with, and look how much easier it was. Head on the outside single. Dump it, straight to his back. That's what Pierce's game plan is. Just keep the fundamentals of the grappling, and let's take all that explosiveness out of retail. And then I don't got to worry about the strike.
Yeah, he knew, right? And he knew coming in that early on was going to be the biggest challenge. That first round was going to be when Ritu is at his absolute best. He's strong, he's explosive, he's got the skills.
What's up, fight fans? Checking out the chat here. King James up in here. Hello, sir. What's going on, Jim? Super Tech Tricks. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Yeah, it has been a while. Good to see you in here. How you been? Torin. Says we got Dan Hooker versus Bobby Green after this event, December 2nd. And then after that, UFC 296, December 16th. Boys, as the UFC stack the deck out there towards the ends of the year. Yes, they do. I actually like this main card. I wasn't able to do the prelims, which was like, I mean, that was fine. This fight between Brito and Pierce is actually going over right now. I'm just kind of watching it in the background. It was supposed to be part of the prelims, but they're in the second round with Pierce on top, 3:10 left in the second round. But we'll start with the first fight of the main card. But every single one of these fights tonight has at least one of the fighters that's in between 23 and 27. And almost all of them have stellar records. So I've named this UFC Young Prospects. I think the UFC should have named this card. I think they should have done something like this. I think that they should do something more like this in the future, like kind of break up the fight nights. Like instead of just being fight night, now that we have so many, it's like, okay, we're going to have fight night Young Prospects. We're going to have fight night, you know, give people a reason to join in and then promote it during the week. Like this one would have been easy to promote. You're like, hey, you know, we got 5 fighters that are 112-7 combined record, and they, their average age is 25. Something simple like that. Pretty good. I'm busy with the job. Still trying to make money from my Discord bot. Got a website update releasing sometime this week if all goes well. Nice, Super Tech Tricks. That's awesome. Sup, King James? Cheers, Phil D. Roll in the house. Cheers, Eddie Alvarez. What's up, my man? And this featherweight bout between Pierce and Brito, like I said, this is continuing spilling over from the prelims. They called it bonus coverage, but I don't remember that ever happening. I mean, it happens in other sports all the time. I'm sure it's bound to happen in the UFC. There must not have been very many finishes in the prelims. I did see that there was a submission with like 12 seconds left. What's up, Clavid? Good to see you, my man. Oh, and there's the end of that one. Yeah, just as I mentioned, finishes. Seeing that UFC 296 main card opener is going to be Vicente Luque versus Ian Gary. Second fight in 296 main card. Tony Ferguson and Patty. Oh, those are two great fights to start with. All right, let's watch the replay here. Oh, and Brito just standing. He's just standing there. Wow, just standing guillotine, and his opponent wasn't even bending over or anything. And they say guillotine, and that's not incorrect, but I believe technically that was a Peruvian necktie because he went under and over and around. What's up, PBR Street Gang in the house? 38 months as top contender, PBR Street Gang. I mean, this guy does so much for this community to keep it going. He's been member ever since we've had members. That's 38 months. Before that, he was on the Patreon and still on the Patreon, loyally every month, and still donates to the channel on top of that. He's had many donations on top of that, and of course the call-ins. And I always love to have you here at PBR Street Gang. We always love all the regulars and everybody to be here. But PBR Street Gang really goes above and beyond. That's 7 wins by submission. They called it a ninja choke. Yeah, that's some ESPN shit. There's no such thing as a ninja choke, I guarantee you. What's up, Phil D. Roll? So longest active win streak in the featherweight division. That puts Joe Anderson Brito at 4. We do have to talk about something that happened last night, though. Movsar Evliov and Jason Jackson, the ass-kicking machine, in Bellator. Jason Jackson upset Movsar Evliov. Finished him last night. I still haven't watched the fight because I was at work, but I seen it pop up. I was like, wow, that is a huge upset because that guy was making everybody look like they didn't belong. Yeah, I like Michael Morales and Jake Matthews too, man. Michael Morales, 15-0. He's only 23 years old. Like I said, I really think they should have promoted this card all week long as the young prospects card. And you could put up every single one. Put up there at 23 years old, 15-0, Michael Morales. I mean, make one of these like old school boxing promo kind of things for it. Showtime used to do Next Generations. I don't know how popular it was back then. I was into it. I liked the show, but at the time there was so little fighting on. Like anytime boxing was on, I was watching it. Like I would cancel doing fun things that I wanted to do because even though I wanted to do this cool thing, I would still rather watch Friday Night Fights. And I would stay home, watch ESPN Friday Night Fights, or watch it with a couple friends. Beltran stopped a prelim fight late in round 3, and nobody knows why. I don't know. I seen something pop up about a fight ending with 12 seconds left. I thought it was a submission. It just popped up in my notifications because I didn't watch it, but a notification popped up on the side of my my computer screen because I get notifications from MMA Junkie. That's an undefeated welterweight prospect they never talk about, Michael Morales. Yeah, they need to start talking about him. I say that and hopefully I don't jinx him. But, also Chase Hooper's on this card tonight. Out of Kazakhstan. I'm not even 100% sure to pronounce the name, but Mtechback, Oralbal. I don't know. I probably butchered that. But at welterweight, I mean, he is a young man on a journey right now, too. Payton Talbott. I want to say he's like 23 or 24 years old, undefeated from the Dana White Contenders series. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated. If he's not, he might have like one loss. But he's definitely a rising star. Minus 800 favorite tonight in... It's either his UFC debut or his second UFC fight. I think his only fight in front of us was Dana White Contender Series. So I think this might be his UFC debut, and he's a minus 800 favorite. Like I said, that 3 spot, Chase Hooper taking on a live underdog in Jordan Levit. That is certainly no gimme fight for the young Hooper, who I want to say he's like 22. We just mentioned Michael Morales and Jake Matthews, and then even Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen's only 27. You could still call him a young prospect, I think, though he's getting, he's getting a little more established, taking on Paul Craig in the main event. Quest 3 is good. Super Tech Tricks. Morales, not Matthews. Gotcha. They're embracing on canvas, but nobody was in trouble. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me see if I can get an official result to the bout for you. Okay, and that's what I'd seen. It is listed as Jose Johnson by submission, 4:49 of the 3rd round. I didn't actually watch the fight, so that's all I can tell you. That's what the UFC website has it as. A big upset early in the night, though. Lucas Alexander came in a minus 520 favorite of Brazil, and Jika Saragai of Indonesia, a plus 390 underdog, knocked him out 131 of the 1st round. So somebody made some big money there. There was quite a few decisions and longer fights on the prelims, but looks like there was a couple good finishes too. What's up, Robert and Kerrigan in the house? Been out of town visiting my cousin in Pelham, New Hampshire since Wednesday. Nice. Want Tony to sleep? Pimple butt so bad. Be going home tomorrow evening. Oh, sweet. How are you feeling, Robert? How are you doing health-wise, man? I hope you're feeling better. Nobody tapped, napped, or appeared in trouble. Yeah, I don't know, man. That seems very weird. I'm really interested in watching that now. I'll have to go back and watch it. Maybe we'll try and pull it up in between fights. If somebody has the video of that finish, feel free to tag me on Twitter. Seattle Mike at Fights W Friends. So that's why I need an assistant. Somebody that can be looking up and bringing these things up while I'm, doing everything else. Which is basically just talking with you guys. Nice to watch UFC from the arena in my headset. They do have people, they do have that now, I guess. I've seen people that be wearing like the earbuds or whatever and listening to the live broadcast. With YouTube, it'd be really hard because, see, you'd be ahead of me. That's the thing. You got whatever the 25 seconds ahead or however much it is ahead of that the live is from ESPN, because they set it back just a tiny bit, I believe. And then the little delay of YouTube. So I don't know how much it would match up. You could give us spoilers. But one of these days, I still want to all go as a community to an MMA event. That would be awesome. Hopefully we grow enough this next year that it's easier to make something like that happen. An intense stare down from Brendan Allen and Paul Craig yesterday. I mean, Paul Craig is he's sniffing Brendan Allen's face there. I mean, I thought he was going to kiss him. I'd have been a little uncomfortable if I was Brendan Allen. All right, both of these, speaking of prospects coming up, both of these guys basically are prospects. Both of them just one defeat on their record. Euros Medic and Mtechback or All Ball. I believe it's. I'm just gonna say Mtechback because that even if that's not how you pronounce that, sounds kind of cool. Mtechback. What's up, Adam Allen? Beautiful day for a fight. Hello there all. Yes, it is. It's a cold day outside, but we got the fights indoors. All right, the Doctor, Euros Medic, coming up next against Mtechback. Mtechback? Maybe? I don't know. I like Mtechback better, but that's probably not correct. Are there a ton of empty seats at the friggin' Apex? Oh, well, they must have gave tickets to a bunch of people they think are important and they're going to show up in the last fight. All right, here comes Mtechback out of Kyrgyzstan, one of 3 active Kyrgyzstani fighters. Seen videos of monitor zombies putting VR headgear on and fight furniture TV. What? Monitor zombies put VR head. They're fighting on VR, but all you can see is them. Yeah, that's the thing where it's going to be hard for VR to take off, is to stream. I had thought about that, and what I did see. Did you guys see on Oculus? I think it's the Oculus Rift 3 that's out now. They finally have a UFC game, like an actual VR UFC game. I'm very interested in checking it out. When I get to it, I'll let you guys know. 6-fight win streak, Mtechback. This is his UFC debut. He's finished 10 of his 11 wins, 6 by knockout, 4 submissions, 6 first-round finishes. Oh, see, I thought that was an L at the end. It is an I. It's oral by. This is my best guess at how to say his last name. He is not, but that's just his name. All right, and here comes a Euros Medic. Haha, it's fun. Quest 3. I have Quest 3. It's good. Nice. Have you played the UFC game on there yet, Super Tech Tricks? It's like brand new. Trying to remember what it's called. I can tell you real quick. I know I've been getting a ton of ads for it. But of course I don't remember the name of it. Maybe it's just called UFC. But yeah, it's on Meta. I know they've been talking about it for a long time. I thought it was out. Maybe it's not even officially out. I'm not sure. They cover the heads, flop around in tight spaces, and destroy thousands of dollars in gear. Oh, that's ridiculous, King James. All right, Mtechback back-to-back wins. One of 7 spinning back elbow knockouts in UFC history. That was versus Matthew Schemmelsberger, July 9th of this year. And he comes to us from Dana White's Contender Series. Not yet. Might get it soon. Nice. Well, let me know how it is. I'm not sure if I can play it on mine or not because I got the Oculus Rift too. But all right, Mtech, 5 years older at 30 years old, 3 inches taller at 6'1", but Mtechback will have a 3-inch reach advantage at 74 inches. These odds have tightened up a lot because when I seen the odds, Mtechback, yeah, you see what these are the odds that were on the UFC site originally, and a ton of money apparently has came in, and it has really flip-flopped these odds around. So, I mean, if you got Mtech at plus 200, you got a deal because it's a pick'em now. All right, out of the blue, or maybe the UFC site was wrong. Out of the blue corner, a minus 115 pick'em out of Kazakhstan. 11-1 as a professional, Mtechback. Orobai. And out of the red corner, he is a minus 105 pick'em out of Anchorage, Alaska. 9 wins against just 1 loss. Mtech. The doctor is in the house. We'll see if he can operate on newcomer Mtechback here. Michael Beltran, the referee for this one. Told my son to take the VR gear off and stop melting what's left of his coconut. UFC Fight Pass and VR. What? Can you watch like all the fights on Fight Pass and VR? Oh, and there's a good body kick there from Mtech. And another one. And Mtech's got great kicks. And he goes to that oblique kick a lot. As you can see, there's another good one to the right side of Orobai's body there. And we'll see if Orobai is, if he has any of those first fight jitters. I think it's going to help that it's in the Apex in front of like, only 100 people because half of them haven't even showed up yet. Probably 500,000 to 700,000 people watching this at home, and they don't even have 200 people in the Apex. Mtech going up for the head kick there. Good defense from Orobai. Apparently, that sounds bad. Oh, nice left hook from Mtech. Big knee to the body and a huge elbow on the chin from Mtech. There's a big left hook and uppercuts. And a big knee to the body. He says to Mtechback, you want to join the big boys? You want to come to the UFC? Well, I'm here to welcome you here, brother. And it's not going to be fun. Oh, what a throw from Mtech. That was a beautiful Uchimata. But Mtech, shrimp calling towards the fence. Orobai, he's got to pull Mtech away from that fence. He's got to at least pull... what's there in his body. He's up to one leg. All right, Mtech's up. Mtechback, slams him once again. Oh, that was a great modified Ogoshi. That looked like almost like one of those belly to back freestyle throws, like what Dan Severn did in UFC 4. And Medic is back up, but Mtechback is all over him. Bam! There's another slam. So far, this has got to be an interesting fight to score because Mtechback, he's had several takedowns, but he hasn't done any damage with them. Medic landed a lot of strikes. So on my card, Euros Medic is winning this fight, but it's going to be really interesting to see how these judges score this. And I'm not a big control time, like control on the ground time. If you're not doing damage, it definitely counts. But, and Mtechback catching the foot of Medic here, not able to get the takedown again. Man, Mtechback he is on him like glue, literally. And has Medic down again. This time, he wrapped up the leg, so it's going to be a lot harder for... but Euros he's able to escape, but Mtechback has this body lock. He's going to go for a ride once again, most likely. There's a knee to the body from Mtechback. Yep, and there's another slam right on the butt there for Euros Medic. Of Euros Medic. It was another throw for Mtechback, who... he's most likely going to win the round on this, and this, I really have to put my thinking cap on for like how to score rounds like this. Two good up kicks land there for Medic. Those are legit kicks because Mtechback was standing, and he re-enters though, and he's on top of Euros Medic. I almost guarantee you that every single one of these judges has Mtechback winning this round. And it might be the correct decision at this time, but he really hasn't done a lot of damage. He's got a lot of takedowns, but he hasn't really done much with him. There's a left hook he finally gets with it. Euros Medic, he did a lot of damage early with the strikes. But does anybody dare give the round to Medic? I don't know. I'm not saying even I would give the round to him, but if you're talking about damage, which is what the refs are supposed to be judging on, technically Euros Medic might have done more damage. He landed some great uppercuts early, granted some elbows, those oblique kicks. That's really they're really testing the judges on that one. And I am going to give that one to Mtechback just because, he was in control of what? A good 3 minutes of the round. But if you gave that to Medic, I don't 100% agree with you, but I don't think you're crazy either. Like, I think you can make an explanation for that. Apparently, Robert says 10-9 oral buy. I hate to say it, but there was just too many takedowns. Yeah, Medic's got one loss, and Mtechback has one loss. All right, here we go. Round 2. And there's that body kick again from Medic to start the second. Good defense from Medic. Mtechback was trying to go up with the big right hook there, and but he lands a good body kick there, does Mtech. Mtech gives you a lot of different looks. I think now that he's worn Mtech down a little bit, I think we're going to see him strike more now. Nope, he misses the overhand right. He immediately goes back to the clinch here. And, man, Mtechback, he just has such awareness of his body. Like, that wasn't even a power takedown. That was like a changeup. Like, that takedown, that was like a pitcher throwing an 80-mile-an-hour changeup because Mtech braced for the big slam. And it was almost, I don't know if Mtechback realized what he was doing, which is crazy if he did. But then he just kind of sets him down. Like with his own, I don't know, does anybody know the background on Mtechback? If somebody could look that up, I almost guarantee you he's a judo guy. In fact, I'm gonna look it up while I'm watching out of the corner of my eye here. Oral by on top in the open guard of Mtech, but I gotta know because this guy's, his throws and his understanding of like where his weight is really impressive. Oh, and he's got the back now. He's got hooks in. Mtechback's got hooks in, and look at how quickly he spins his back to the fence there. Oh, he's stretching him out. Mtech's in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, good job by Mtech breaking out of this. He's still on his knees. Now he's getting to his feet. Not familiar with the strength of competition these guys built records from. Yeah, that's a good point, King James, because I am not either. So it'll be interesting to see when they, Euros Mtech, he's kind of already proven himself. I mean, he had that spinning elbow knockout of Matthew Schemmelsberger. He looked great on the Contenders series. I thought he had one other fight in the UFC too. It wasn't Carlos Olsberg he fought. I don't know. I thought he might have had one more fight in the UFC. But Euros Mtech has proven that, like, he's a damn good fighter. And Mtechback, he's just dominating him now. Euros Mtech has no answers for what's going on right now. Horribai putting the crowd to sleep. What's up, Professor Chaos? Oh, big shots here from Horribai. And let's see if he goes down. Oh, he's not able to get the choke. And I can see why some people would be bored of this if they're not familiar with what's going on. And live, it's probably not the... he's got a cross fakes. And he's just going to crank it. He's got a neck crank. He's going to crank the neck here. He may get this up with the neck crank, and he does! He didn't even get under the chin. And I'm trying to tell you guys this all the time. Like, if you're in jiu-jitsu or judo matches or, whatever you do, and I know a lot of you guys are in jiu-jitsu. Like, once you get to competition, don't tell your sensei I said they were wrong or something, please God. But you don't have to get under the neck for a choke. You don't have to.
We know that coming from Kyrgyzstan, there's going to be some grappling, but you expect him to use his striking to just piece it apart because of Mtech's grappling, but it just did not have any answer for Horribai. Look at this takedown. He just crushes him to the floor, folds him, and then look, it's like a mixture of a rear naked choke and a bully choke. How he gets it under the chin and just starts cranking it. And he's got one hook in, so it's like rear naked. You usually don't have a hook in.
But, I mean, I guess he is kind of under the chin with the bicep. But it's just because he cranked the head over so far. I'm interested to see what they're going to say that was, although I don't know that I want to see since they called the last one a ninja choke. Do you see Patty knocking out Tony, Mike? Not knockout. I mean, a TKO could happen if Ferguson gets hit and caught, but I just don't see it. I really like Tony in that fight. I mean, it could go either way. I think those odds should be real close to even. I would probably put Tony as a slight favorite, to be honest. And you might say, like, oh, yeah, you're really underestimating Paddy Pimblett. You must not think much of him. And you'd be right. I'm really underestimating Paddy Pimblett because I don't think much of him. But high-level white belt in Aikido. Oh, you do some Aikido? Nice. I had a friend, one of my friends in judo, his dad actually taught Aikido, and he didn't take it. No, he did take it. I'm just messing with you. He never did show us any Aikido, though, so... Press for a week every time Tony loses. Man, I really think this is... I'm not saying Tony's going to win, but I think it's his best shot in a long time. Oh, and tears here from Mtechback.
Submission comes officially 4 minutes 12 seconds of round number 2 for your winner, Mtechback.
I'm here with the winner.
And they did put neck crank.
Emotional. Where's Slava?
I'm good with that.
Can you help me? Oh, he's our Mtechback.
Because it was basically a modified neck crank.
First of all, congratulations on an absolute epic debut by Neck Crank coming out here. Got hurt early on in the fight. But
7-fight win streak for Mtechback.
Or did he have to improvise?
They finally said his name, so I'll stop saying it wrong. Oh, wow, I didn't realize this was on 4 days' notice.
Замена 77 Я готов, тренер. Я принял бой. Потом короткие давления. Мы геймплан сделаем. Соперник. У него стойка хорошо. Потом мы только...
Uriah Faber, good old butt chin in the building. Over there in his corner. I don't do Aikido, I don't do karate, I don't do jiu-jitsu, I do crazy. I don't do Aikido, I don't think it actually works. Yeah, I have yet to have somebody like show me really anything that seemed effective in Aikido.
What can we expect to see more of?
Like Tony in that fight too. He's more active than Patty. Patty hasn't fought since December of 2022. It's about to be a whole year. Tony became so slow and reluctant since Gaethje lost. And now, see, a lot of people are shitting on him because he's training with David Goggins. And, I mean, obviously, you know, we're going to see it could end up being a big mistake. Because, obviously, David Goggins, he doesn't know shit about MMA. But do you guys remember the trainers of BJ Penn? So, they did something a little different. They're like, hey, we know you know how to fight. Let's work on everything else. And that's what Tony's doing here. I feel like what Tony's doing is more like what BJ Penn did back in the day. And God, I'm sure all of you guys got sick of it. If you were back in the day, you would hear an in-shape BJ Penn. A prime BJ Penn would beat anybody. And it was just something that was repeated over and over and over again. But he just, when he was in shape, I mean, he was phenomenal. I mean, he wiped the floor with a lot of really good fighters. But, yeah, what he did out there is he went and he, like, got this team. I don't remember what they were called, but they basically knew nothing about fighting. They're like, he's like, you know fighting, go and go to your, you know, your other fight classes or whatever. They had him working on, like, plyometrics and explosive movements, different things like this. Now, Tony is getting a little old up there for explosive movements. Once we get above about 35, you really got to be careful with the explosive movements because you're pretty likely to injure yourself. But I think it could end up working in his favor. I'm interested to see what happens. Robert said, I do drunken ninja. Judo trips and hip tosses are useful in MMA. I agree. Ninjutsu. King James 100%. So much of Sambo is actually judo. Oh, well, and jiu-jitsu, and I know it pisses people off, but jiu-jitsu is really just half of judo. Because everything in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, everything in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, they were already doing in judo. The problem with judo is the fact that they haven't separated it. Judo is very stand-up heavy, which is called randori. That's the stand-up, and when you spar, and say randori, so when you hit the ground, like they really don't give you much time to sink in a submission. So some judo guys did get really good at submissions, like Ronda. Ronda, that was the reason that she would get her throw, and basically sometimes in air, like she was already thinking, okay, how do I need to transition to pull off this submission? Because in judo, like you did practically have to set up the submission with the throw. Like when you land, you better be working on something or they're going to call you up pretty quickly. Half the people crap on Tony Ferguson wouldn't dare do it. What he does, they will never step in an octagon. Oh, probably 95% or more. Not a fan of Tony's current prep methods. Yeah, I mean, I have mixed feelings. I hope it works out for him, King James. Like I said, it worked out for BJ Penn back in the day when he went with that kind of training. But he also wasn't 37. He was like, 20s. He was in his 20s. So, yeah, I'm not completely sold either, but I'm optimistic. Yes, judo is doing arm bars first. Oh, yeah. Yes, and there's actually a throw that if you don't get the ippon, there was a throw that from standing that's a flying armbar. Basically, you like flip the leg around the back of somebody's head and you catch them in an armbar. You can also get them in a triangle choke from standing, but the move's so dangerous. It hasn't been allowed in judo. It wasn't even allowed in competition when I competed. But it's still taught, but it's not something we practice, like on each other full bore or anything. If you were able to get it in a fight, it'd probably be pretty badass. Judo way older than jiu-jitsu. Way older than BJJ, yes. All these newer fans have no clue about Prime Tony. PBR says huge Tony fan. I think pretty much all of us hardcores are Tony fans. Greco and Judo are also similar with the upper body. I think Sambo mixes both and BJJ. Torrance says, according to David Goggins, we're going to see a new version of Tony at 296. He said he feels bad for Patty. Said Tony going to come in that octagon with a chip on his shoulder, angry. Throwing standing flying armbar. I loved that move when it was done correctly. Yep, Mighty Mouse on board. Thank you, Professor Chaos. I was trying to think of a good example, and that's the one. All right, one of my favorite violent women in the world, Amanda Heas, up next. I love this lady. There are very few fighters on earth that enjoy hurting people the way Amanda Heas does. And I know that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but you know what? We're watching fighting. Guys, if you didn't know, they're getting in a cage and they're beating each other to submission. So she loves her job.
Araujo, that she is not to be overlooked. Coming up next, Luana Pinheiro takes on Amanda Heas.
Oh, I'm glad I turn up the volume for a second on Luana because I would have never guessed Penado. Apparently that R sounds like a D. I hope you got your verdict picks in. If you forgot, it's only the second fight, so hurry up and get them in. I did mention it on our Facebook chat. So if you're not on the Facebook chat, it's in the group. It's a live 24-hour chat that we've been communicating with each other through the week. Seems like everybody's had pretty positive reactions to that. So thank you for everybody that's been on there. MMA is a proving ground for martial arts. Nobody flying to China to learn Kung Fu. Right? Patty said in a recent interview he wants to go toe-to-toe with Ferguson. He wants to stand and brawl. I hope he does. Wow, 30 years to the day. UFC 65 highlights. How far UFC has come. Yes, yes, it has. And speaking of 30 years, up on the Fights with Friends page right now, I have my top 30 fighters, all with theme music. I tried to get as many of the fighters as like their actual walkout music on these videos as I could, which we can do, copy and not be copyrighted now with the new YouTube Shorts. So there's the link to it. It's a playlist. You can just start it at the top. They're 1-minute videos each. In 30 minutes, you'll go from 30 to 1. And give me your guys' opinions on that after you watch it, or let us know now if you've already watched it. I know I've had a lot of people agreeing and a lot of people disagreeing with some of my picks. There's maybe some controversial ones in there, but that's good for discussion, I think. Heas is so chinny, she might get KO'd again. That is true. This is going to be an interesting match, I think. Tony's still hard to finish the strikes alone. Nobody can endure a beating like Tony or Nate. Yeah, and I mean, everybody forgets he was doing great in that Chandler fight until Chandler just caught him with that one kick that, I mean, I've seen guys take so much damage now. New fighters, I won't say that it would knock anybody out, but it sure looked like it would knock anybody out. Or damn close, because you guys have seen it. Chandler, heel. The heel is the hardest bone in your body. And he gets that heel and pushes Tony's chin upwards with an up kick. I mean, it's one of the cruelest knockouts I think I've seen in the UFC. Like, I don't see who's withstanding that. To get hit with your heel and your chin and your head snaps back. Like, if you're withstanding that, maybe you shouldn't be withstanding that. Scariest guys, the ones who take a beating and never gasses. Yeah. No, for sure. And Patty, I think if he can get Patty deep, he can drown him. Penado, 9-fight win streak, 5 wins by submission. Coming to us from Dana White Contenders Series, Season 4, Week 9. Already the 9th ranked in the division. She does come in an underdog here tonight to Amanda Heas. The baddie might get himself run over for this one, right? He might fail. All right, guys. Tail of the tape. Penado, 1 year older at 31 years old. Heas, an inch taller at 5'3", but Heas will have a 3.5-inch reach advantage, 66 inches. Heas is a big minus 225 favorite, but Luana, 11-1. We'll see if she can add another loss to Amanda Heas' record. All right, out of the blue corner, she is a -220 favorite from Virginia, Brazil. 4-2 is a favorite in the UFC. 11-4 overall, presenting the number 10 ranked women's strawweight in the world, Amanda Heas. Made sure to make that bet once it became a pick'em on that last fight. I bet against Medic. Oh, nice PR. Good job, man. All right, out of the red corner, a +185 underdog out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 11 wins against just 1 loss, presenting the number 9th ranked female strawweight in the world, Luana Penado. Yeah, and you know, I'm glad I didn't bet when the odds were way up there when Medic was a big underdog, because I almost bet on Medic. I just couldn't get a good enough read on Mtechback to bet against him. All right, here we go. Heas in the yellow and black. Oh, what a combination from Penado. Start things out, and there's a big right hand to the ear from Penado. A huge combination. Oh my goodness, Penado coming out strong. She is swinging for the fences, and she landed probably, 6 big strikes on Heas in the first 20 seconds of this fight. Penado looks focused and on point. It's very early in this match, though. Good inside leg kick there from Penado. Heas has really got to try not to stand there and trade hands with her, I think, though. Good inside leg kick there from Heas. And Heas, she's already got some swell. Oh, my goodness, what a big overhand right from Penado. Heas has really got to start defending herself. Her face is already a mess a minute into this fight. She's got lumps on both sides of her face. She's got a big lump above the right eye. And Penado, she might be fighting the fight of her life right now. She looks fantastic. Good inside leg kick from Penado, but combination upstairs with the hands from Heas. Penado landed that leg kick, but dropped the hands when she did it. That's a nasty habit. Good body kick there from Penado, right hand from Heas. No takedown attempts in this fight yet. Everything's been fought standing basically in the center of the octagon. Good inside leg kick there from Penado. And of course, this is the 60% size octagon. Good body kick from Heas. Left hook blocked by Heas. And Penado bringing out the feints now. Oh, good right hand. Nice counter right there from Heas, though. And Penado feints the body kick there, but Heas lands hers. Oh, nice spinning body kick from Heas and a combination of the hands upstairs. Oh, both women slugging it out. What an exchange, and there's blood coming from the left eye of Amanda Heas. You got to hope that's just like a little cut. Her face, she's got, oh my goodness, right hook and a left hand from Penado. Heas has got to start protecting her face. She's a mess right now. She is swollen up. It looks like somebody put a bag over her head and threw a nest of bees in there. Oh, man, another good left hand there from Penado. It's going to be hard. It could be hard even for good judges in this, too, to give Heas this fight if it's close, just because of how her face looks. Big 3-punch combination there from Penado. Good knee to the body from Heas. But Penado is really controlling this fight. Holy windmill punches, sir. I think Tony has longer reach than Patty. I believe you're correct. Too loyal and don't bad because I'm unable to pick against my favorites. I go broke fast. I hear you, James. Good right hand there from Penado. Knee to the body. You see significant strikes pretty close. Penado more accurate. Heas busier. What's your 5 rounds against Prime Tony? Watch Patty get mauled over 25 minutes. Oh, he wouldn't last, though. And this is going to be another hard round to score because, I mean, Penado came out and did the damage early. Heas kind of seemed to figure out the momentum of the fight, though, and start to turn in her direction. There's another good right hand, though, from Penado, and a counter right for Heas. That's happening a lot. Penado's throwing that overhand right without the hook behind it. She's throwing like a 4-1, which usually would have a 1-4. She's throwing that 4, and then she's going for the 1. Heas is either dodging or blocking the jab and hitting her with a fast counter right strike, fast counter right over the top. And that same exchange played out, I think, 3-4 times in that first round. All right, round 2 coming up. I want Vicente to humble old Ian Gary. I can't stand that guy. Oh, he is very cocky. Here's the thing, though. I probably have to take Gary in that fight, though. I really underestimated Ian Gary when he came into the UFC. But, I mean, the way he destroyed Neil Magny. I mean, he made Neil Magny look like he did not belong. And Magny's been in there with a lot of good fighters. Oh, head kick from Penado to start the second round. That was the last thing Heas needed. And now a left hook to the chin. I think Penado might end up finishing Heas. Her face is an absolute disaster, though. I mean, literally, it looks like she had some kind of violent allergic reaction to her. Like, if you rushed her into a hospital. And there's a head kick from Heas with the left leg, too. Well, she's fighting from the southpaw position, so not as impressive, I guess. But on the temple. Oh, and a counter right. Penado, she timed that kick that time, counters her with the right when Heas went for that kick. High-level countering from both women in this fight. Good low leg kick from Heas. And he was backing Penado up into the fence. Penado doesn't have a scratch on her face. That's just really going to make it hard for Heas to win a decision. He was going for that front face kick. She is great at that. Good right hand there from Heas. And a front kick to the knee from Amanda. They exchange right hands. Good body kick from Penado. Heas comes back with the right hand and an inside leg kick. There's another right hand from Penado. She's got to try to take this to the ground. She's not going to be able to see. She's going to have a reconstructive surgery by the time this thing's over. I mean, her face is a fucking disaster. Side kick to the knee there from Heas. Heas switching to orthodox. Good inside leg kick there from Penado. Nice combination there from Heas. With the hands. This has been essentially a kickboxing match. And Heas throwing a 4-strike combination, not landing any of that. That's not going to help her energy levels. Good body kick there from Heas. Halfway through the second. Oh, good front kick there from Heas. And Heas is starting to be able to use that reach advantage. Oh, nice right hand there from Heas. She floored Penado. Penado was a little off balance from catching that kick from Heas right before that. Oh, that was a nice one, too, from Heas, though. And she caught Penado right on the chin. I think Heas is going to end up needing a knockout, though, just because of how her face looks. Good right hand there from Heas. Oh, big body kick from Amanda. Amanda Heas really turning it on here in the second half of the second. Spinning back fist from Penado. And that one lands. This is an insane fight. And Penado catches a body kick from Heas, but Heas breaks free and lands a left hook upstairs. And now Penado's face three-punch combination from Heas. Just take that three-piece and shove it. Body kick from Penado again. Outside leg kick from Heas. Overhand right lands from Penado. And they exchange right hands. What a fight. Left hand from Heas. Overhand right again from Penado. This is absolute fireworks. Another low leg kick there from Penado. Head kick from Heas with the left leg. And the counter left there from Heas. Good defense there from Heas on the other side. Oh, and that was the 3-2 lands there from Penado. Heas counter with the right. Oh! Penado went down there. I think she was off balance, but, judges could look at that as a second knockdown of the round. Spinning back fist from Penado. Didn't connect cleanly, but it connected. Right hand there from Heas. Spinning kick to the body from Heas, and then the oblique kick to the body. Penado was huffing after that one. And Penado finally shoots. That's the first takedown attempt I've seen in this fight. Another front kick to the body from Heas, and Heas is on fire right now. Through 2, 19-19. Go check out Paul Stryker, ENG, titled 5 Reasons Why Tony Ferguson Will Destroy Paddy Pimblett. Pretty interesting video. Huh. All right, I will. I'd have Tony on my YouTube profile pic if I knew how. Versus 19-19. Yep, I agree, man. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I feel like that scene in Breaking Bad, if you guys have watched it, when they get a fly in the factory and it's buzzing so annoyingly. I got one fly in here in the office. I'm going to try to let him out without letting more in. Oh, he's by the window too. He might go. I'll give him a minute because he is annoying the shit out of me. All right, here we go, round 3. Oh, both women landing body kicks to start round 3. And then a left body kick there from Heas. Right hook upstairs from Penado. This has been an exciting fight for sure. Inside leg kick there from Penado. Oh, and what a combination from Penado. They've got to have this around a piece. Good left hand there from Heas. And the body kick from Amanda. Oh, that's weird. They clash shins, and then it looked like they clashed knuckles, both punching at the same time. Right hand upstairs from Penado. Heas looks like she wants to do some flying shit. Oh, good body kick there from Heas. And good head movement on the other side finally to get out of the way of those punches from Penado. And there's a 3-piece from Heas. And Penado drops real low. She gets the single leg, and Heas rewards her with 2 left hooks to the temple, and there's a knee from Penado. And Penado is bleeding on her forehead. She's definitely got some marks on her face, too, on her nose. She doesn't look as bad as Heas. And another head kick from Amanda. That one didn't land as flush as the last one, but it definitely landed. Oh, she goes up for it again and lands the spinning back fist. She is so agile. Oh, and now Heas goes for the throw. She had the belly to belly there. They spin around like in a video game. And end back up standing. Oh, and what a throw from Penado. Who knew she had that? A beautiful Taitoshi from Penado straight into.
See how that elbow was pulled back? That's what allowed her to fight the hands and get out of that choke. But it's still there for her because she's reaching again with that left arm.
Straight into a guillotine. She's trying for. Oh, and look at that. Penado tries to spin and get the back. Heas is able to transition and get guard. Lands an elbow from her back. But, man, this is going to make this fight hard for Heas to win if she stays the next 2.5 minutes on her back, regardless of what she does. We'll see how Penado can control her or how much damage she can cause. Right now, it's Heas creating the damage from her back. She's landed 2 big elbows now. Oh, high rubber guard from Heas. Oh, and she transitions. What a beautiful transition. This was like Gumby. She wrapped her leg literally all the way around the head of Penado and out. Good knee to the body from Penado, but Heas with another takedown there. Penado gets up. Big knee to the body from Heas. This is a fucking war, guys. Oh, good left hand there from Heas. Like, if you don't have eyeballs on this, you need to go back and watch this fight. Spinning kick to the body from Heas and a 1-2 upstairs. And Penado desperately going for the double leg. Can't get it, though. Big overhand right from Heas and a right hand from Penado. Penado's exhausted. Oh, she eats another body kick and a 1-2 from Amanda Heas. And a big right hand from Heas. Here she comes. The left hook upstairs. Penado's ready to go. Spinning head kick. Spinning head kick and a huge 1-2 from Heas. Here come the hammer strikes, and it's over! Amanda Heas in a whirlwind of violence claims the victory in what's gotta be the women's fight of the year.
Yep, 100%.
Absolute mayhem here in this match.
Her natural weight class, she got roughed up in the first round.
Wow.
She had to dig deep.
If you haven't watched this, guys, this has got to be one of the best women's fights ever.
She definitely made the adjustments. The kicks in the second round.
And the 1-2, and I mean, her spinning wheel kick, maybe second only to Edson Barbosa's. Oh my gosh. I don't know how Penado stayed conscious from that. That was so beautiful.
That gets the opponent's hands to drop, which finished and set up this knockout.
Wow. Yeah, King James, I know you might not be watching with eyeballs, and I know you're not always the biggest fan of women's fights. Go back and watch this fucking fight, man. It was amazing.
Mainstay in the strawweight top 10. We'll make it official and hear from her coming up.
It's the best fight that female fight I've seen of the year. And speaking of Edson Barbosa, who was it he just fought, Robert? Or somebody. I don't know why I can't think of the name. But that fight was his last fight is my nominee for male fight of the year. Good fight, Speed Rush Gang. Hell yeah, it was, man. I noticed a lot of people were tuning out. I hope they were still watching the fights, even though our numbers went down here, because our numbers were going down during this incredible fight. He's up there with Joanna and Zhang, right? Chilling like Bob Dylan, says Phil. What's up, Phil? I gotta crack a cold one for that, guys. Cheers. Pirate Channel posted about 20 minutes, and I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, let me know what you thought of that, King James. Dude, if more female fights were like that, I mean, women's MMA would be so freaking popular. Holy crap, Amanda. Both of their faces are pretty messed up. Amanda's is...
3 minutes, 53 seconds.
Wow.
Round number 3, we have your winner by way of TKO.
Just horrible. You guys remember how Ioane and Chaincheck looked after, I think it was the Weili Zhang fight? It's not that bad, Heas' face, but it's pretty damn bad.
You made the adjustments. What were those adjustments that you and your coaches talked about coming into the second round where you started to take over?
First of all, thank you. And strawweight division, I'm back. And need your respect. E Brasil, português, rapidinho. Peso palha, eu tô de volta e tem que respeitar. I have a purpose in my life because UFC.
Yeah, talk about heart and come back. That's the heart of a champion that she's gonna need to succeed at strawweight.
And do my institute to change the children's in my neighborhood life too. And in the second round, my dad remembered that, and I lost the first one, I know it, but the second one and third one, I will put my heart and I will remember that all, so that happened.
So she said she knew she lost the first round, and her dad said, remember the children, the poor children in your neighborhood that you're trying to help.
Could you tell that she wanted out of there? You started landing your strikes at will. You started to hurt her. Spinning hook kicks, spinning back kick. Those things were all on display, and then you got the big finish. How emotional was it to come back down to strawweight and get a huge victory?
Yeah, that spinning heel kick was insane. She did that as good as anybody.
This year I made 2 fights in 125, and this one would be my first. And this year, after surgery, I lost a lot.
Cheers. What a fight, fellas. Yes.
And I'm happy to be here with all these people here. And UFC, I love you.
Come on, I think everyone loves you.
I just need to say, if you want to beat, steak is the best place to beat.
Well, congratulations. Let's hear for your winner again, Amanda Heas, ladies and gentlemen.
Amanda Heas on the mic. It's tough to not smile. Her personality is infectious. Her fighting makes you want to tune in every single time. What a highlight she put together in the
Wow. For those that don't think women's MMA is exciting, you need to watch more Amanda Heas. Guy Fieri here in this limited Apex crowd. What's up, Jim? Jim, welcome to Top Contender. Re-up in Top Contender. Thank you very much, Jim, for supporting the channel. Subscribing to Top Contender. Thanks, man. Payton Talbott, 6-0, 5 wins by knockout. Coming up, just 23 years old. Taking on Nick Aguire, who's 7-1 with 100% finish rate.
Bantamweights, ready to go.
Talbot is a big favorite coming into this fight, so those that are looking for an underdog, I don't know what you know about Nick Aguire, but maybe that's your dog. But personally, I am not recommending that you bet against Payton Talbot. This kid is a stud. He's fast, he's athletic, he's skilled. What's up, Archie? How did Hill get the title shot over Craig when Craig subbed Hill? Strength of schedule, I guess. I mean, he did get that one victory, but then Craig lost when he had opportunities. So I think that's what happened there. But I mean, he wins tonight. He's right back in the title conversation. Would love if a chick fight was worthy enough to win Fight of the Year. Yeah, I mean, that one's right there. That one, it had just about everything. Damn, forgot to pay on the 11th. Had to run to the bank. Nice. Well, thank you, Jim. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't know what's next for Amanda Heas and Luana Penado. I mean, she fought a hell of a fight, too. I can't wait to see her fight again. Craig at plus 360. Underdog is crazy. Yeah, if I'm betting on that fight, I'm betting Craig. I mean, Brendan Allen's a motherfucker, but yeah, those odds seem downright disrespectful. Hope I don't lose my 1 year and 2 months. Well, it's still on mine, Jim. It still shows on mine. I don't know if it'll show on here or not. All right, Nick Aguire 7-1. Payton Talbott undefeated at 6-0. Bantamweights here. Payton Talbott came to us through the Dana White Contender Series.
In Nevada's own Payton Talbot. And tonight, the 25-year-old bantamweight begins his UFC.
Came in a big favorite in his Contenders match.
I think, I know what this is supposed to be. I know this is coming out party. I'm here to ruin all those plans.
Taking on Nick Slick Aguire.
From the UFC, I found nothing but killers since my pro debut. I feel a lot of excitement towards the UFC, but I'm just trying to not get lost in everything outside of fighting and to just stay pure in my love for the fight game.
Having never tasted defeat as an amateur.
So Payton Talbott, if you remember, he has a psychology degree. But his creativity and athleticism in the cage really make this kid exciting. I mean, he does stuff that very few people do. I think he's going to be a contender in the bantamweight division quickly, and I would not be surprised to see him fight for a title inside of 3 years. Like that kid, this kid is this good. He's that good. Remember, I said that. If he loses tonight, I'll eat my words. But I think Payton Talbot, barring injury, I think he fights for a title inside of 3 years. It's a huge bantamweight. Looks like a featherweight, assuming you can continue to make weight. Good call, Torin. Yep, everything fine now, Mike. Yes, nice. Well, I appreciate it, Jim. I appreciate all the premium members, the super chatters, and you guys that are here every week, because I know there's a lot of choices out there. Did anybody watch the bare knuckle BKFC? There was one yesterday, kind of early morning, and then there was one today that I would have liked to have done. All right, Jay Dig in the Facebook post here. Or Facebook chat here. Thank you, Jay Dig. That reminds me, I'll give everybody else in the chat a reminder that we're live. Watched Bellator 301 last night. All fights are finished on the main card. Dude, what was the reaction of that crowd when Jason Jackson knocked out Movsar Evliov? Robert. I'm still going to go back and watch that. But man, I can't believe that Evliov lost. That was nuts. Pettis got submitted quick. Oh, yeah, that's because he was fighting Patrick Mix. Patrick Mix is levels above everybody at bantamweight and everybody in Bellator. Patrick Mix is the best fighter in Bellator right now, I think. Can't stand these curly hairs. Sean O'Malley looking fools. This is PR. Hope Cheeto KO a head kick. O'Malley back to his original hair color. Well, but see, Payton Talbot here, though. He doesn't dye his hair. He doesn't do anything special with it. He just has naturally curly hair. I mean, how can you hate on that? Just like a man fighting in the co-main of tonight's top prospects, Chase Hooper. All right, Payton Talbot, undefeated. This is his UFC debut. Finished 5 of 6 wins, all by knockout. Talbot to win by knockout, plus 100. To win by decision, plus 130. Submission, a little deeper, plus 1100. It's crazy. He lost to Jackson, of all people. Never thought that would happen. Dude, Jackson's a beast, man. Next time a smartass like me posts fight like girls, recommend this chick fight. All right, Nick Aguire, 2 years older at 27. Talbot an inch taller at 5'10", but Aguire will have a 3.5-inch reach advantage at 74 inches. Haha, you seen it, King? It was sweet, wasn't it? Oh, Sally is Third Island boy. All right, out of the blue corner, he has a plus 500 underdog out of Oswego, Illinois. 7 wins against just 1 loss. Nick Slick Aguire. And out of the red corner, a minus 700 favorite fighting out of Reno, Nevada. A perfect record of 6-0 with 5 finishes. Payton Talbot. Talbot's 25. King James, pigment deficiency. I'll mix with white. Talbot just seeing that his mother is white. You saying white people have a pigment deficiency, King James? I resemble that remark. Good inside leg kick there from Talbot. Aguire immediately going for the takedown, though. Single leg, and he's able to set Talbot down. Talbot trying to control, what happens with this takedown. But he is down. That's a successful takedown for Nick Aguire. And Payton's got to get to work here. He's got a Kimura on the left side that he might be able to take that and use it to transition. I think he's looking for better options here, though. If he can turn his left hip out, it looks like he has room to escape. Because Nick's giving him a little bit of space here. Oh, good job of Nick. That was a slick move from Slick Nick to hook the leg there with his leg, and he's now in the open guard of Talbot. And the minus 700 favorite on his back, looking up. Even though it's Talbot's UFC debut, odds-wise, this would be one of the biggest upsets in UFC history, believe it or not. I believe the record is still a 9-1. And the fighter that did that, his name escapes me, But I seen that he was on a fight card recently. He's no longer in the UFC. And Nick Aguire's got the back. Well, he doesn't have hooks in. He's got his hands around the waist of Talbot. Talbot might be closer to escaping here than it looks, though. Yeah, and see, he stands up. Oh, and Aguire's got the backpack. Oh, and Talbot flips him off, though. Oh, what usage of the fence from Nick Aguire! Kicking off the fence to get the backpack there. Oh, and Talbot still gets out of it, but that was very creative. And, oh, big knee to the head there from Nick Aguire. And so Nick Aguire, everybody said he was supposed to lose this fight. He is now the live odds even. Plus 100 for Aguire, minus 130 for Talbot. Now, mind you, I would bet the kitchen sink on Payton Talbot right now, because as soon as he escapes, I think he's likely to take over. He's a more talented fighter, I think, but maybe I just don't know enough about Aguire. And Payton tries to flip him off. Nick Aguire, he's got hooks and he's got the back. Payton Talbot's in trouble. We could be looking at one of the biggest upsets in UFC history.
Yeah. So when you get high, that's what you want to do, is you want to adjust.
Talbot still, well, oh man. Aguire's close to this. He's not under the neck yet, and Payton pushes up on the elbow. Good move there. Pushing up on the elbow to get the choke off. But now he has to turn the back, and Aguire has full hooks in. He's got a minute to work. Payton Talbot's in a world of trouble right now. And Aguire landing some strikes to the head to try to soften Talbot up here. But I guarantee you Payton Talbot did not expect to be tested like this in the first round. Reminiscent, I mean, it's a little bit longer, but it's a little reminiscent of what Liz Carmouche did to Ronda Rousey in her UFC debut. Good shot to the ear there from Aguire and some uppercuts to the face and now the body. Of course, Ronda was able to turn that around in the first, but Aguire, he's got the backpack now. He might run out of time, though. 15 seconds left in the round. Okay, so 10 went, so they'll have heard the 10-second warning, which is very important for Talbot, because if he hadn't heard it, I think he might have dropped back to try to get Aguire off of him. Big, big round for Nick Aguire. What's up, Crypto Keeper? Due to the painted toenails is just wrong. Very disturbing. I'm Irish and indigenous American. I'm not like the average American. Jim, sorry, I just can't seem to like Twinkie the Clown. Still young, going to be a problem. Yeah, 25. Struggle with how androgynous modern men have become because I'm just old. Remember when toxic masculinity was normal? Yeah, I hear you, King James. You know, we grew up in a little bit of time. Things like Bob Dylan says, the times they are a-changin'. But, you know, they always have been. All right, here we go. I think we just had it very comfortable for a long time. All right, here we go. Round 2. Oh, nice right hand from Aguire. Talbot throws, but it's Aguire that counters. We'll see if Aguire can... Oh, big body kick from Talbot. We'll see if Aguire can build on that momentum he had from the first round. Nice left hook to the body from Talbot. I think it's pretty clear what the strategies of both fighters there are going to be in this round. Talbot landed 2 big body strikes. there. Aguire not wanting to get up, laying on his back, trying to get Talbot to jump in. Talbot wasn't going for it. 2 nice right hands there from Payton as Aguire's up against the fence. Oh, good right hook to the body. Aguire shoots for the takedown again. Payton knows what Aguire's going to try to do now. Oh, what a slick move from Aguire to pull Talbot down into his guard, though. He is nasty with those leg sweeps. And I know he swept him into a guard, but he swept him from standing. Whether Payton Talbot... big strikes on the ground here from Talbot. That was 4 big right hands. Payton may come back and win this fight regardless. I can't wait to see Nick Aguire fight again. Oh, and Payton quickly goes to the back. But what did I tell you? I said at minus 130. I said I bet the kitchen sink on Payton Talbot at just 130. Because I thought he would come back. And here he is coming back in the second. Not counting Aguire out, but I think Payton's a lot more comfortable right now. And Payton looking to his corner for advice. Nice little spin there from Aguire. Gets back to guard. And Payton Talbot, he's kind of got this kind of like half guard mount like Tito Ortiz used to use back in the day for his ground and pound. And that's what Talbot does. Nice left hook there. Aguire immediately turns onto his stomach. And Talbot's just going to stand right up. He's like, dude, I do not want to play on the ground with you. I want to stand. Oh, nice right hand from Aguire. Oh, Aguire throws a kick. Talbot catches the head kick, flips him around, throws him to the ground. And Aguire trying to draw him onto the ground again. Talbot not having it. Oh, Aguire's deep in on this takedown attempt, though. He is nasty with these attempts. And he gets it again. Slick Nick Aguire with another takedown. Talbot landing big hammer fists on the ground here. But it's Aguire that's on top here. And now Talbot gives him his back. He gives him his back to stand up. Talbot is up. Aguire working on the backpack here, though. He's got all of his weight on that. Whoa, and this is a really weird position. Technically, that's like kind of a lopsided backpack here. It's like that backpack. You see those kids that wear the backpack with like one strap? It's like they don't know how to properly wear a backpack or it's broken or something. That's what's going on here. And Payton does decide to drop down to the ground with Aguire here. He is on top. We'll see if that ends up being a mistake, though. Slick Nick Aguire living up to his name on the ground so far. All big shots from the top from Talbot. And it looks like, high rubber card here for Aguire. He's going for a triangle choke. Payton's got to be careful here. Oh, and he's out. Oh, and this is a weird position here for Aguire, but I don't think this is exactly where it meant to be. Unless he would... Oh, man, and Talbot with a flurry of ground and pound strikes here. Definitely finishing this round strong. Looking for a choke with 15 seconds left. I think he's going to run out of time here. Oh, what an elbow from Talbot. And nasty ground and pound as the round ends. Huge round for Payton Talbot. So I think Payton has him figured out. Nick's talented. He's still been able to pull Talbot down to the ground. Talbot's not been able to stay upright, but when they went down to the ground, Talbot was still able to get the better of him that round. I got a 19-19 going into the third, though. And Robert agrees with me. Talbot for the wins, PBR. What's up? All of a sudden, Aguire forgot to wrestle, right? Oh, Irish, French, and American Indian. I'm a mutt too, King. Yes, most of us are. Agreed, King. Get him down the backpack, kid. What's up, IROC? Good to see you, man. Remember that, weirdos? This is PR. Yep. Thought that was my dog. Oh, that's funny. I closed the window. Yeah, we got some loud-ass dogs. I don't know who leaves their dog outside like all damn day, but that really upsets me. Especially on the weekend. I mean, maybe they're working on the weekend. I don't know. But to have your dog out there barking all day, I don't like that. Right hand to the body from Talbot to start the third. All right, Talbot now a minus 810. Big 1-2 there from Talbot. Good outside leg kick. Oh, and two big right hands from Talbot, and Nick Aguire shoots for the takedown again. Good deep. Oh, look at the flip by Payton. This is the athleticism I was talking about. He does like a backflip from his knees there to get out of that takedown attempt. Big body kick for Talbot and left hook upstairs. And Aguire again shooting for the takedown. Talbot ends up on top though, now in full mount. Oh, those are nasty elbows. And big hammer fist. Talbot might finish it here. Oh, he's got the back. And brutal he's got the rear naked choke. And there it is. Nick Aguire taps. And Payton Talbot, the big favorite, he gets it done, but not before he was tested from slick Nick Aguire in that first round.
He showed why he's got a lot of hype on his name.
Wow.
Beginning of the third round, they'll show it. He does the break symbol.
That's a lot of pressure for a 25-year-old to be in that kind of trouble like he was in the first round, and he never looked shook.
See how it finished.
Like I said, a psychology major. I'm sure that helps.
Right here, went to the body kick.
Oh, there's that big body kick, the left hook upstairs. He really started to go to the body from the beginning of the second round. You could tell it was very calculated. And then I thought he might finish him with the ground and pound because his ground and pound was very good. But then he just flips him back, stretches him all the way out, sinks in the rear naked choke.
Going nuts, as you'd expect. He moves to 7-0.
Another hell of a fight. I know I hyped this card up a little bit for the young prospects and stuff, but so far this card has well exceeded my expectations, and we still have 2 fights to go. Like, I was a little excited about this card, especially for a fight night, but man, it's been great. Yeah, I did do another crazy flip to get out of that choke. Remember when Russ would stand and bracers up? You know, oh, I'm just as content with scrambling, ground and pounder submission attempts. Damn, embracing annoys me. It's almost like whereas coaches told him, don't forget we sold out so that you lose a fight, Spear. UFC is sus sometimes. All of a sudden, he forgets the wrestling basics. Smell BS. King James says, landed that quick. Sus as fuck. A lot of suspicious activity lately. Oh, today, says King James. King, tell me you see it too. I mean, I would have to watch the whole fight again. But like I said, Payton did start those body strikes at the very beginning of the second round. You could tell that was the strategy from there. He was looking for the takedowns. Aguire did get takedowns after that.
The rear naked choke submission comes officially 58 seconds of round number 2. Your winner and still undefeated, Payton Talbot!
But not so much today as much PR, but I have smelled some fishy stuff in fighting recently since they've started betting. And that was the first win by submission. So if you bet Payton Talbot by submission, I want to say it was like 11-1.
He was able to control you, but you kept your composure.
Better yet, ever since Jones versus gone, it's been so sketch. Oh man, ever since that Izzy and Strickland fight.
Who said I wasn't a wrestler?
And, you know, when you came out in round 3, Dom pointed it out that you kind of made the breaking symbol. And you know you're about to be broken. And he came out, he gave you a hug. Did you know from that point on that it was a matter of time before you were going to go out there and get a finish?
Yeah, after the second round, I knew it was my fight. As soon as I did that, like, he knew I knew.
Was there a difference? You know, obviously you won the Contender Series. You had a regional background, and we were very impressed with your performance on the Contender Series. How did you feel from that coming in here where it's official, coming into the UFC debut? You're a guy that's so cerebral, so in your head and calm. Was there any pressure on you tonight?
No more pressure than I put on myself. I'm my worst critic at the end of the day, and no one's harder on me than myself. So it was the same at the end of the day. It's a fight.
Well, congratulations on a victory.
All right, I'm
Let's hear
just
it for your
going
winner,
checking
Talbot,
out
ladies and
our
gentlemen.
The
verdict.
style points tonight for the undefeated Payton Talbot out of Reno, Nevada. If you don't know, now you know. Dana White circled that one, and you saw why. Big-time bantamweight prospect.
And you know, I almost took Payton Talbot by submission because it was so big. I ended up taking him by decision. If it had went 50 more seconds, Dustin Poirier in the crowd here at the Apex. His name has been brought up as possibly part of UFC 300. No one's been announced for UFC 300. December 10th, the King returns. Gordon Ryan.
Mason Fowler for the first time in their careers. Plus, Nick Marigali will match up against Philippe Pena in the co-main.
Philippe Pena will be in the co-main. Two of the greatest grapplers on the earth. December 10th, UFC Fight Pass Invitational 5.
December 10th, exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. There's some big, scary fighters in the UFC. With more on our next matchup, here's Megan O'Leary.
That is a Sunday, and I think I just realized I have plans that night. So I don't think, unless it's an early one, I don't think I'll be covering it. Chase Hooper, 12-3-1, UFC career high 149 strikes in lightweight debut versus Nick Fury, May 20th of 2023. No way. Did he seriously? He didn't just come into the UFC in May of this year, right? Wow, how time flies. I thought it had been a lot longer than that. So, see, there's the thing with this verdict. Like, I picked all 3 winners, but I still don't have a lot of points. I am in first so far, though. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Let's run down verdict real quick here. In second is Ziggy, 814, 521 points. Third is Experiencer, 548. Fourth, Lucky 13, 448. Fifth, Billy Hughes, the Time Bender with 329. Sixth, Great Brimstone at 256. Tied with Unemployed, Harlequin, and Hurricane Jace. All 3 tied for 6 at 256 points. That's rounding up the top 6, and everybody else did not make their picks this week. So I try to remind everybody in the Fights of Friends Facebook chat. Prelim had a lot of suspicious activity. Chase the Hooper Scoopers, PR. Both these dudes suck fighting nags, says Torm Brown. Chase is like, here's the thing with Chase. Like, I think he's going to be good, but it's like he doesn't have his man strength yet. And, I mean, some guys get it later than others, but some people never get it. He better hope he does, if this is going to be his profession. I believe it's Jordan Levit he's fighting tonight, right? Yes. And admit, I did not pay a whole lot of attention to this card throughout the week. And then when I started looking at it today, I started looking at all the young fighters. I was like, oh, wow, this is pretty cool. This is a lot of good prospects. Didn't a UFC coach get arrested for fixing fights? He can win bets. He has not been arrested yet. He was definitely kicked out of the UFC. He is under investigation. You're talking about James Krause. And part of the thing with him was he was selling betting picks, which now the UFC, no one in the UFC is allowed to bet. But the big one with that PR was, look up Derek Minner. So Derek Minner, a bunch of people bet again on Derek Minner to lose in the first round. Derek Minner had a known leg injury, so he comes out, starts the first round with a leg kick, and just goes down like screaming. Derek Minner gets kicked out of the UFC. Krause gets kicked out of the UFC. UFC fighters are told that they can have nothing to do with James Krause if they're going to continue to fight in the UFC. Last I had heard, he was under investigation from both the Nevada and the United States gambling commissions. I would be surprised if he does not end up I would be somewhat surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he does end up serving jail time. Let's say that. But a lot of times these things are like, they're real like on the brink. Like they're like, did he break the law or didn't he? To me, James Krause, it's like if you investigate enough, there's smoking guns. I think that guy should probably go to jail. I think he's fixing fights. And whether they're able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he actually fixed fights, I don't know, but it's like there's a lot of proof, in my opinion. Jordan Levit won 3 of 4 last fights, 1 of 12 slam knockouts in UFC history against Matt Wyman in 2020, 1 of 4 inverted triangle submissions in UFC history versus Matt Sales in 2021. What's up, Theron? Fact that it is a thing shows you that UFC is sketch, man. Well, here's the thing. PR, why I think the UFC and boxing, been going on boxing forever. It's so fucking corrupt. The MMA in general, I think, is very susceptible to fuckery when it comes to betting, just because of how much the fighters make. That's the number one thing to me. It's like, well, how much the fighters make and how much inside information they all have on each other. Like the injuries, they're so much more important. And in football, like, you get in trouble for not disclosing injuries. You have to disclose certain injuries. You have to disclose them at certain times. You have your weekly injury reports. There's nothing like that in MMA yet. With athletic commissions, and they don't report. They hide a lot of injuries because they don't want to not get the fight. All right, Chase Hooper last fight defeated Nick Fire by unanimous decision. Props to watch. Hooper by submission plus 350. Levit by submission plus 650. I might take Hooper by submission at plus 350. Krause blew it for a lot of people. Oh, yeah, I did, because now UFC fighters can't bet on themselves even. Tried a new system for a few fights, and it didn't work. Going back to the old way after this fight. Oh, betting? Well, they changed it several times. What's up, Robert Easley? You missed the female fight of the year, man. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Jordan Levit, 4 years older at 28. Chase Hooper, 3 inches taller at 6'1". He has a 3-inch reach advantage at 74 inches. So Amanda Heas and Luana, God, I can't think of her last name now. But great fight. You got to go back and watch it. All right, out of the blue corner, plus 170 underdog out of Las Vegas, Nevada. 11 wins against just 2 losses. Jordan, the Monkey King, Levit. And I think Jordan Levit is a live underdog in this fight, too. All right, and out of the red corner, he is a minus 250 favorite, but only 2-3 is a UFC favorite. Fighting out of Enumclaw, Washington, 12-3 is a professional, Chase Hooper. And I got to go for Hoop because I know the high school he went to. It's just a couple hours from here in Enumclaw. Small little town, small little wrestling team. I know the wrestling coach. Like, it's... So it's kind of a home state thing for us. God, Chase Hooper, 24. He's going to get carded until he's 40 with that face. All right, here we go. A touch of gloves and a left hand from Hooper to start things out. Levit immediately with the body lock. And Levit taking Hooper to the ground. Much like Nick Aguire did in the last fight against Payton Talbot. Oh, Hooper immediately transitioning, though, and getting to the top. I was a little surprised Levit wanted to go with the grappling because that's Chase's bread and butter. Where he struggled is in the striking. And Levit returns to his feet. Big knee to the body from Jordan. And now Chase he's got double underhooks. Oh, he's looking for the hip throw. He's looking for a little Ogoshi. Lands a little nice left hand. He might have the same problem with Levit, though. I think Levit's got a strength advantage. Hooper is very smart on the ground, though, and transition rolls back on top here. Good left hand from the top. Levit going for an armbar and the triangle. Oh, Hooper might get stuck in an armbar here. That was close. If Levit had moved his right leg to the left side on Hooper, I think he gets that armbar. And a Levit on top in the guard of Hooper. That was real scary. Hooper's so flexible. Look at this. From guard, he turns this around, flips him around. He might have an armbar there. There are very few people that can do that. And that is the case for Chase Hooper, not continuous strength training, because he is so flexible. And he's trying to get this arm out. Levit's fighting with everything he's got. We'll see if Hooper's able to get it out of there. This is just kind of... and Levit picks him up and slams him. Yeah, and he's out. And now Levit moving in dominant north-south, but Hooper transitioning again. He's got long legs, too, and he's so dangerous. There he is going for the triangle choke. Oh, Levit, I thought he was going to pick him up like a wheelbarrow there for a minute. Levit back on top inside the open guard of Hooper. Easy fights to call this week because there's a lot of action. And Hooper going for a heel hook here. They're both kind of going for heel hooks, but Hooper in the better position to land some ground strikes. And Hooper's going to give it up. He transitions to the backside. Great athletic move there from Hooper. And Hooper is so much more athletic and explosive. Oh, he's got hooks in. He's under the chin. He's got the fuck you choke. That's it. And there's the tap from Jordan Levit. And an impressive performance from Chase Hooper.
Great transition. I mean,
Chase Hooper with back-to-back wins now. He seems to be back on track. When does the new season start? Oh, for Verdict?
Slid it right under the chin, and it was attack after attack. Let's see here. He goes for that beautiful punch. He gets rocked there, and then he grabs a hold of the head, and you see him just punches.
I don't know. I don't even know if... well, they've got a...
under the chin right there, and before he can even get on the hands, it's already sunk.
All right, you guys ain't beat me now. I had Chase Hooper by submission. No, just kidding. I did, though. I got 1,486 points for that one.
He was in the scramble, in the middle of the scramble, and able to get that choke in there.
Let me see if it says how long it is.
Before the tap, as if to say, I got him.
Because I feel like I'm finally figuring this out, but I'm still in 5th. So I need time to catch up with everybody. I'm on your ass, Jim. I'm 3 LP away from you. for overall. Man, I am way behind Experiencer and Billy, though. So many professional sports are plenty suspicious. NFL and boxing may be the worst. Dude, NBA, remember, they had tons of investigations and referees back in the day. And when they first started talking about bringing sports gambling back, I was all for it because I wanted to bet on fights. But now that I look at it, it's like, I don't know how much fuckery is going on out there. But if I was a betting man, and I am, if you could prove it, I would bet on a certain amount of fuckery going on. It's certainly not zero.
Disabled American veterans keeping our promise to America's veterans. Here is
Levit is so boring. He got his ass kicked. Sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Keeping tabs is easily manipulated.
Chase the Dream Hooper.
Well, you guys want to talk about insider trading and one of the most suspicious things going on in sports right now.
Congratulations.
Go to your phone or go online, type in ESPN bets. For those that don't know, ESPN just bought a betting company.
Finish like that, my friend.
I always go into fights expecting, a 3-round war. I was here expecting for a hard 15 minutes. Thought I was going to be a lot more hurt after that than this.
Chase Hooper moving to 13-3 with 6 wins by submission.
But again, this sport's cutthroat. His wife's about to have a baby, so is mine. So, got to be making that money.
Well, congratulations to you. And, you came out here and we talked to you this week and you talked about working on that stand-up and maybe expecting a bit more exchange. But he right away went for the grappling. Is that what you expected from Jordan tonight?
I honestly thought we were going to stand a little more. I did a lot of stand-up this camp. I think I hit him with, a decent shot, and then he was like, man, grapple, which I'm more than happy with. That's always best case scenario.
Yes, Mike Furtick. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, Jim. I couldn't see yet, but I'll look on the. Yeah, he still looks like he's 12, man. He looks so young.
But, I got a baby on the way. I got to start making that money.
Yeah, I really like this kid, Chase Hooper.
Congratulations on that, and congratulations.
Not just because he's from a town a couple miles away from me, but I did start following him more because of that.
Dad mode, Chase Hooper, and
Give Hooper credit for that chin, PR. Jordan's dream's always been to be choked out by a 12-year-old. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I've grown into my body a bit.
You got the trifecta? You got the round? Oh, damn, I picked second round. Good job, man. You're likely correct. You got that look.
All right, coming up in 2 weeks. Huge night for the lightweight division in Austin, Texas.
All right, wow. Talk about things going quickly, an hour and a half. What is that? No, I guess it's 2 hours in. But we got one fight left. Main event is up next. Some quick finishes. Man, that was... What a whirlwind of a card, though. Between Amanda Heas and Luena. And then the Talbot and Slick Nick fight. And then this Chase Hooper finish. I mean, this main card has been absolute fireworks. Now that you guys are talking about... So, James, you were talking to me about that fight that they just stopped it in the middle of nowhere. I got to go back and watch that before I can, give an educated opinion on it too much. But I wonder what the odds were for that fighter by submission. That's interesting. Is it co-main next? I thought Chase Hooper was the co-main. I must have looked at it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Michael Morales and Jake Matthews is next. And we were talking about Michael Morales too. Jake Matthews, then Allen versus Craig. Thank you, PR. I don't know how I skipped over about. Oh, yeah, the first fight was at Euros Mtechback, which ended a submission for Mtechback. Man, yeah, this has been one of the better fight night cards that I can remember, maybe ever. Michael Morales, 23 years old, warming up in the back, 15-0, 3 knockdowns in his first 3 UFC fights. He's taken on Jake Matthews, 19-6, 6th best strike absorption rate in welterweight history, 2.45 per minute. He's going to need it tonight. Michael Morales, he's got volume, but the thing that may be working against him is, like I said, he's only 23 years old, and you never know when guys are going to get that man strength. Most 23-year-olds don't have the mental resolve that they will when they hit, 26, 27, 28. This is the only but I have it. Jake and Paul winning. You think Jake Matthews is going to beat Michael Morales? We'll see. Thank you, Jim. I don't know how I lost one. Still haven't found anyone who understands why they stopped that fight and declared it a no contest with seconds left. So there is a fight. There's also one fight that it doesn't have. Oh, now it has it. Oh, now it has a KO method. Just says method. Oh, no, that's not the one you were talking about, though. You're talking about the one that ended with 11 seconds left, right? Jose Johnson, it's listed as submission over Chad Enheliger. 449 left, 449 of the third round. So 11 seconds left in the fight. Yes, I do. All right, man. Have they not updated verdict? They have been better about updating it lately, but it looks like maybe they have not updated it for the last fight yet. Oh, no, it's updated now. Okay. Yep, trifecta. I am still slightly ahead of you, Jim, but we'll see. Billy went way up to third. He was way down there. Yeah, you got 1586 for that one. You got a 200-point boost. Nice job, man. Oh, you only get 100 for the round? See, I got 1486. I feel like you should have gotten more than 100 points from me for picking the round. Jake has hands of steel and great power. Craig could take a 5-round beating and still pull off submission. Yeah, that one's crazy. That Paul Craig is such an underdog in that one. I mean, that fight could definitely go either way, in my opinion. Oh, I was going to see if I could find out how long the season is. I do not see it. I'll just Google it. Verdict Season 2. Hopefully we still got a while to go, because like I said, I feel like I'm catching up. I feel like I'm figuring this out. Oh, I got to go Verdict MMA because a bunch of other Verdict stuff came up. Oh, season 2, July to December. So it looks like end of the year. It'll end in December. I can't believe we're almost through another year. Doesn't it seem like we were just ending 2022? It really does seem to me right now that we were just talking about like fights of the year, knockouts, and submission for 2022. And it's fucking November of 2023. Half Craig's wins or come from behind submissions, right? I sprinkled some plus 750, Craig by sub. Not a bad idea, Professor Chaos. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you can, you know, throw $10 at it or something, I mean, that's a $75 payoff. Not a bad idea at all. All right, Jake Matthews. Now, Matthews looks bigger to me. He's a big dude. I'll have to see Michael Morales come out and see what he looks like here, though. But Jake Matthews, I mean, he looks huge for the weight. All right, Jake Matthews, 6 wins by knockout, 7 by submission. Another live dog here, in my opinion, at welterweight. He looks like a middleweight. I mean, he could be one of those betweeners, but yeah, Jake Matthews is he's a pretty big welterweight. Going to be in my game room, so I'll be listening to you on those next 2 fights. All right, PR. What you playing, man? UFC ain't saying much and likely scrambling to think of a reason and cover corruption. Fest Chaos has agreed he is live. I think this is Craig's first middleweight fight. I think it's his second. Didn't he fight at middleweight last time? I could be wrong. One of 2 active Ecuadorian UFC fighters. The other one is Marlon Chito Vera. Michael Morales. He does not look 23. He does not look the same. He does not look 23 like Chase Hooper at 24. Like I said, Chase Hooper looks like he's 12 too. I'm taking Morales, said Eddie Alvarez. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. All right, 20 up in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to be part of the greatest MMA community on YouTube. I think there's no doubt at this point. I mean, who else is there? We have to be the greatest MMA community on YouTube. All right, Michael Morales, 15-0, 11 wins by knockout, coming to us from Season 5, Week 4 of Dana White's Contender Series. And we still see that Modelo on the bottom, but I know soon we're going to see that Bud Light sponsorship on the bottom, and I know some people have some mixed feelings about that. I know some people are okay with it, and some people don't like it one bit. All right, props to watch. Morales to win by knockout, plus 120. Matthews to win by knockout, plus 900. I'm sorry, anytime you have 2 guys that are swinging like that, plus 900 is pretty crazy. All right, Jake Matthews, 5 years older at 29. Morales half an inch taller at 6 feet. But Morales has a 6-inch reach advantage at 79 inches. And you see when fighters have a 6 or more inch reach advantage, they win 65% of the time. All right, out of the blue corner, he has a plus 250 underdog out of Epping, Australia. 2-1 as a UFC underdog. 19-6 overall. Jake, the Celtic Kid Matthews. And out of the red corner, a minus 310 favorite fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico. 15 wins, undefeated at 0 losses, one of 6 active fighters with an undefeated record of 15-0 or better, Michael Morales. Referee for this one will be Herb Dean, Starfield on the Xbox. Craig went from light heavyweight to middleweight fairly recently. Yeah, it's either his first fight at middleweight or his second. I thought it was his second. I think he won his first fight at middleweight. But I could be thinking of somebody else. All right, here we go. Robert Heas is mixed like their gender. Oh, my God. Craig's stand-up has improved, but not equivalent to Matthews. All right, inside leg kick there from Morales. Craig likes to rope. You mean than Allen's? Craig likes to rope and dope on the ground, though. You think you hurt him, so you charge into his guard. Yeah, Brennan Allen's a smart fighter, though. I don't see him doing that, but we'll see. Good inside leg kick there from Morales. Paul Craig definitely a live dog in that fight, though. For Matthews, I like the right uppercut. Look at the way Morales stands here and the angles there. I like the right uppercut and the left hook. Oh, nice Superman punch there from Morales. Watch, when Matthew, if Morales steps to the right, I think he's going to step right into that right uppercut. And there he is. Now he's stepping. Oh, nice left hook. There's the left hook for Matthews. Lands. And there's a 1-2 from Morales. Such fast hands from Morales. Nice right hand to the body there from Matthews. Little leg kick from Morales. So, King James, I forget. I don't want to act like you're super old. Oh, my goodness. Morales drops him with a left hand. And there's a 1-2 from Morales. I want to say you're just over 10 years older than me. Do you remember anything about when they banned sports betting in the 70s? Or do you remember anybody talking about it? Good front kick to the body there from Matthews. Oh, nice left hook right on the chin there from Matthews. Oh, right hand from Morales. He almost dropped him again. Morales is hitting him with some real power right now. Right hand there from Morales. And you can tell Morales, when Matthews is going for a takedown, looking like he might go for a takedown, he's backing up and angling his body at a way when he throws that right hook to catch Matthews on the way in. He's already floored him with it once. Good little leg kick there from Matthews. And another halfway through the first. Now I'm going to bring up another. Oh, and Matthews knocks Morales down with that leg kick. Good left hand there from Morales. I'm going to bring up another tab, DraftKings in the corner, because I want to watch the live odds on this. Those live odds really intrigue me. So Morales minus 520, Jake Matthews plus 350, but it's locked at the moment. Oh, good exchange there. Both men landing. Oh, nice 1-2 from Morales. Right on the chin. Oh, flying knee attempt from Morales. Matthews pushes him down. I really feel like Matthews should have jumped in there and maybe could have taken advantage of that. But may not feel like he was fast enough. He may not be. Oh, good 1-2. Left hook behind it there from Morales. I recall legislation and congressional investigation. Thank you. I should look that up and do like some kind of video. Tell me, oh, nice right hand from Matthews. If you would be interested in me doing a video on betting, oh, big left hook and a right hand from Matthews. For me to do what betting corruption from the 1970s. Let me say yes or no in the comments. Nice right hand from Matthews. Morales coming in. Matthews has got a guillotine choke, lands a knee to the head. This is a close round. This is a very close round. I think Matthews might have won it. Nice body kick there from Morales. Counter right from Matthews as Morales tries to come out with the Superman punch. I got to give that one to Matthews. I got that 10-9 Jake. Yeah, Rose was late 80s. I think, yeah, but Rose bet on his own team, and he's not able to go into the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, yes, it was illegal, but, like, and I know you can't have guys betting on the sports that they're in, you know, that it could set things up. But, you know, in the UFC, in boxing, I am pretty damn sure, somebody can fact check me on this, but in boxing, I'm pretty sure you can still bet on yourself. And Bernard Hopkins bet on himself. He bet $100,000 against himself. He rented out the space on his back. He was one of the first guys to do it. He rented out an ad that was spray painted on his back for a casino for $100,000. Then against Felix Trinidad, he was a 4-1 underdog, bet $100,000 on himself, and of course won. But there's got to be a way for fuckery around that system too. Because say me and Robert are fighting, and Robert's a 4-1 favorite. I'm gonna say, hey Robert, I'm gonna drop 10. You know, I'm gonna drop $30,000 on myself to win 120. I'll give you 60 of it if you drop the fight. A couple of good lefts there from Morales, and Robert's getting, you know, smaller show, 3 to show and 3 to win. We're both getting 3 to show and 3 to win. Who's not gonna take the 60 grand? I think most fighters are going to try to take that 60 grand if they think they can get away with it. 4:20 left in the second. But now that ESPN owns a betting company, unless there just ends up being a wild amount of arrests, like FBI investigations and things, I don't see betting going away anytime soon. Side kick to the knee from Morales, left hand upstairs. Oh, good right hook there from Morales. P. Rose got kicked out of baseball for that. Yep. Oh, nice. Oh, 2 big right hands and a right uppercut from Morales. He's opening it up with the hands right now. Now, I am definitely... Oh, nice counter right there from Morales. I'm definitely not accusing anyone of fixing fights. But if you were going to fix the fights, the easiest place to fix them would probably be in the apex where you control absolutely everything. Good right hand there from Jake. Inside leg kick from Morales. And nobody clip that and say, oh, I'm saying that the UFC is fixing fights, because I'm not. Good left hand there from Morales. 10-9 Morales. Close round for sure, Professor K. Yeah, I was... that was a hard one for me to score. They exchanged right hands just about halfway through the second. Inside leg kick from Morales. Unfortunately, Jake Matthews is turning this into... and there's the right uppercut in the left hand from Morales. Lightning fast. Jake Matthews is starting to turn this into a Jake Matthews type fight, which is something that nobody wants to watch. Good inside leg kick from Morales. And Morales, he's just 23. You know, he's fighting. He's fighting to the pace of the guy that's in front of him. He maybe doesn't, you know, maybe he really doesn't know how to set the pace here on Jake. Good left hand from Morales, but he's definitely fighting. He's letting Jake Matthews dictate the pace of this fight. Good left hand from Jake. Oh, nice right hand from Morales. Morales has got great head movement. Minute and a half left in the second. Oh, there's that Superman punch. Lands that time from Morales, but Matthews lands a right hook. Couple of good jabs from Morales. That Superman punch for him, though, has been very high risk, little reward. I mean, it didn't have a lot of pop on it. Good exchange there. Both guys land. Right hand for Matthews, left hook for Morales. Down to the last minute of the second. Oh, there's that uppercut from Matthews. I said it was open the whole time, and there's the left hook. .40 seconds left in the second. And you see by the punch stats, it looks like Morales probably did win the first round as well. Good jab to the body from Matthews. .20 seconds left in the second. Oh, great body kick from Morales. That oblique kick and now the front kick to the body. Trying to finish the round strong. Oh, good right hand, left hook, right big combination from Morales. Oh, and a vicious kick at the end there. Wow, beautiful combination to end the round. 10-9 Morales. So I have a 19-19 going into the third. I don't know if judges have access to the striking statistics. Because I got to be honest, I don't remember a time that I've changed my score after seeing striking statistics, but I would switch first round to Michael Morales in hindsight. Yes to betting videos. PRI, you can bet on yourself to win, but not lose. Well, yeah, you definitely can't bet on yourself to lose. That'd be crazy. I will bet for you, Mike. That's a way. Yes, Jim. Yeah, and that's the thing. You just, you know, you can get it in layers. Yeah, I'm intrigued now. Major League Baseball did Rose dirty, and he's banned from Cooperstown forever. Rose is fined, bankrupt, eternal ban from baseball in Cooperstown. Zero redemption. Is cold. I agree. Professor Chaos is 2018 Morales. Rose really didn't help his case, though, when you could tell he really doesn't care about being in the Hall of Fame, because the last time he had a chance to talk before, like, the voters for the Hall of Fame and talk about possibly being back inducted into Hall of Fame, he ran a big promo for his book, and he made the whole thing a big book promo so he could make money. Good front kick to the knee there from Morales, left hand upstairs. Which, I mean, I get it. He needs to make money. Good left hand. Oh, Matthews with the low blow here. Plus 500 for Matthews on the live lines. Maybe some value there. Thank you, Professor Chaos. Mine's got, yeah, plus 500. I'm seeing that. Minus 810 for Morales. All right, 425, 24, 23, 22, 21, 420 left here in the third. So that was about a 30-second stoppage for the low blow. Oh, good right hook there from Morales. And a good inside leg kick from Morales. Left hand upstairs. There's a good left hand from Matthews. And of course, if I was actually judging fights, I'm not going to be looking down at my phone. I'm not going to be reading your guys' comments. We'll be focusing only on the fight. Good left hand there from Jake. Oh, nice right hand down the middle from Morales. I mean, yeah, he's fast, but it's just fast showboating right now. He needs to be doing that with his hands. Oh, what a 1-2 from Morales. That was so fast. Oh, counter right. Pinpoint right on the ear from Morales. And like I said, he's 23. If that power keeps getting better with maturity, there's going to be some guys in trouble. Nasty leg kick from Morales. Look at the swelling on the calf, front of Matthews' lead leg. Left hand down the pipe from Morales, and he's really picking Matthews apart now. Matthews has slowed down a little bit, and Morales' speed is really highlighted by that. Good right hook there by Morales. Halfway through the third. Nice left hand to the body there from Matthews. But he's done a little in this round, though. Oh, beautiful left uppercut. Right hand over the top from Morales. And remember how I talked about early about how I thought Morales was open for that right uppercut. He did get caught once by one of them. Watch his chin, though. He is, as he's circling, he is taking his chin just slightly to one side on the right when he circles to avoid. Oh, I thought that was a clean body kick from Morales. Herb Dean's is calling a stop. It was so fast, it's hard to say.
It's like, yeah, it's a very similar situation where at least it hit the leg first.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right.
Okay, Matthews is saying, yeah, I wasn't hurt. I really don't need time. All right, 135, 34, 33, 32, 31. Oh, what a 1-2 from Morales. And three-punch combination upstairs. He is just tearing Matthews up this round. And the punch stats, guys, they're obviously way behind right now. Morales has landed way more than 13 punches. Good body kick for Matthews, or 13 strikes. And there's a body kick from Morales. Another left hand from Morales. Good inside leg kick there from Jake. Oh, nice right hand from Morales. One of these days, I want to sit there and watch tape and just count significant strikes and see how close I get to the number they have. Good left hook for Matthews, combination from Morales. And I wouldn't pause it. I understand it had to be live. Good left hook there from Matthews. Maybe Morales can be ready for the Neil Magny test after this. Yeah, I think that's probably a good next fight for him. See where he's at. Because he's 23. If he loses, it's not going to be a big deal. Good right hook there from Jake. Oh, Jake definitely trying to win this at the end. Throwing, a lot of big blows. Of course, as he should. Left hook and a right hand towards the bell for Jake Matthews. I got it 29-28, Michael Morales. And as I mentioned, quite possibly 30-27. I want to see MVP versus Magny. You think Magny would test MVP? I don't think so. I think MVP beats him easily. It says 30-27 Morales. So MVP supposedly is close or signed with the UFC. They're like, he's coming over. He's done with Bellator. If Ian Gary looks as good as the odds say he should against Vicente Luque, I want MVP's first fight in the UFC to be against Ian Gary. That's the fight for me. All right, Saturday, December 2nd, Dariush and Saryukin, Hooker and Green. That's a hell of a fight night. Wow. You weren't joking, Torrin. They are loading December. Both of those fights could be on a pay-per-view.
Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds,
Especially Dariush and Saryukin. That's crazy fight.
29-28 and 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated.
All right, so a 30-27 and 2 29-28. No surprises there. MVP versus Wonder Boy will be fun too. Can't decide who I hate more, Ian Gary or Izzy.
Congratulations.
I like Izzy. But that's...
And yet again, another step up in competition.
I understand I might be in the minority at this point.
Todavía invicto y obviamente con una competencia un poco más dura. ¿Cómo te sientes por eso?
Pues antes que nada quiero dar las gracias a todas las personas que están aquí presentes, a mis entrenadores, siempre me apoyan, a la gente de México y de todos lados que vino a verme. Muy contento, es una victoria más, un escalón más. Lo dije siempre, voy a dar la rechera hasta el final. Mi rival es
Our longest active welterweight win streaks. He's getting there with 4.
Así que creo que llevé la decisión correctamente.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my team that's here, everybody from Mexico that's supporting, everybody that's with me. A step, as I said, one more step, and this was a tough competition, a tough fighter to face. But you know what? My hands speak for myself, so I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna be angry until the end.
And Michael, you guys had a back and forth throughout the fight, but you landed the cleaner strikes. You were able to use that 79-inch reach at the range. Is this the type of fight you expected, keeping Matthews out at the side, or did you think you were going to be able to put him away in this matchup?
Muchos intercambios vimos, hubo una hora ahí que estaban todos, iban y venían, pero hubo un momento que se notaba que estabas utilizando la distancia, porque tienes esta distancia. O sea, esto...
No Billy or Wyatt this morning. I know this was an early one.
Golpea corto y muy rápido y es fuerte, ya nos quedado varios así.
And Gary is the worst. Gary can fight, though. Yeah, he definitely can. Green versus Hooker could be fight of the year worthy. That's a fun fight, for sure. Heas says he sure can. I'm still unsure if Patty can fight. You and me both, man. I agree. I think Tony might expose him.
I knew that this guy not only was strong, but he always comes in very hot and very...
I've been watching those odds for a minute. Wow, Benil Dariush. Plus 150 underdog against Armin Saryukin. I actually agree with that.
I knew that this was the way to actually keep that distance because he was going to come in close all the time.
4-0, still undefeated. Let's hear it for your winner, Michael Morales.
Here's another bet I'm seeing I'll be probably posting immediately. I don't know why Alonzo Menefeld, I feel, is always disrespected in the odds. And he's just coming out with knockout after knockout. He's a plus 150 underdog against Dustin Jacoby. I'll take that all day. Ian Gary is a minus 258 favorite over Vicente Luque, plus 10. I like Gary. In that fight. And there's the whole UFC 296, Saturday, December 16th. Edwards and Covington, Pantoja and Royval, both championship bouts. Rachmanov and Stephen Thompson. And then, as we talked about, Pimblett and Ferguson, Luque and Gary. Ferguson and Pimblett. Ferguson's a plus 240. Pimblett's a minus 298. I want to say Ferguson started it closer to like a 4-1. I could be wrong on that. If he leaves his chin up in the air, he might. Professor Chaos. Can fight for sure. Is he on the level of Tony? Normally I would say no, but David Goggins 100% not someone you want to hype you up. Say no. Yeah, that could definitely lead to overtraining. Never cared for Gary and took time before I began to wonder about Izzy. Jim said, I hope Tony wins this fight. Me too, man. Think MVP is fighting Wonder Boy for his first fight. Think someone asked Dana, and he said that would be a fun fight. But Wonder Boy's fighting in a couple weeks here, though. Well, no, I'm sorry, not for a month. December 16th. MVP will be a 500 fighter in UFC like Chandler. What's up, Damon Stout? Good to see you, man. New Britain Polly. Sorry to be tired of the party. It was an early one, man. I think Vicente murks him. Oh, wow. I think I like Vicente, but I really feel like he's been on the downside for a couple of years. Luque fought very well versus RDA. Went grapple heavy. That's true. I'll never beat against Ferguson. My last favorite fighter in the game. So is there actually over a month in between pay-per-views? We haven't seen that in a while. I mean, I like it. I think, 14 pay-per-views a year is too much. Yeah, there it is. We got Dariush and Saryukin on December 10th. Oh, and next week's an off week for the UFC. So we'll have to figure out what else is going on. Check this out. Did you guys see this? UFC 299 O'Malley and Vera. It's listed as New Year's Day on a Monday, January 1st. They might actually do that since it's New Year's Day. I don't know. Oh, no. Never mind. Everything they have listed. They have two events. 298 and 299 listed for January 1st. So obviously they can't both happen. So I think that's just a mistake. But they still don't have bouts up for the December 9th card, which is going to be in Shanghai Indoor Stadium in China. Just says to be determined. Usually they have some bouts 3 weeks out. I wonder if that card even ends up going through. What's up, Billy? I hate early UFC shows. They don't care about money or viewers. So pointless. Well, I think they had it early so you can watch your college football games later tonight, Billy. But what's up, my man? Paul Craig's my second favorite active fighter at the moment. Max is my number one, though. I'm a big Max fan. UFC pay-per-view in December, last card of the year. No UFC. Oh, Thanksgiving. Yeah, duh. UFC 297 is January 20th. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that's Thanksgiving week. Yeah, I won't be doing anything. And he says that card got canceled. UFC 298 is February 17th. Okay. Thank you, Billy. The China one? I figured it probably was since it's still said to be determined 3 weeks out. Shanghai. Okay, I will not be doing anything on Saturday, Thanksgiving, because I'll be out of town. Me too, Max fan. Max is just too much fun to not be a fan. All right, you're coming on, Billy, and Verdict. You started, you were way down there a few fights ago, but you're moving up quickly. You're in fourth, but we are all 1 through 4 are like real close. So what do you have? You got Brennan Allen by second round knockout. Okay. What does Lucky 13 have? Same as you. All right, Jim could pull it off. He's got Paul Craig by second round submission. So That would definitely win it for you, I think. UFC 299 is March 9th. Okay, can Paul Craig do it? Never know. Last defeated Andre Munoz by second round knockout. Yeah, you're correct, James. This is his middleweight debut. MMA God's been in this for 25 years. All my favorites are retired, well past prime, will never fight for a belt. Yeah, I hear you, King James. I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, I still have a lot of fighters I like. Like I said, Stipe is is my favorite active fighter, even though he's basically retired. Max Holloway's a big one for me. Israel Adesanya, for all the haters, still one of my favorites. All right, and here comes Brendan Allen. And did they at least fill all these seats here in the Apex? Because if they're not going to fill them all, like, they could give a couple seats to some of us. I seen, I don't know if it was just for a few different events, but I seen you could buy like an Apex experience, they called it. But like it was thousands of dollars. All right, there's Brendan Allen, one of 4 active South Carolina-born UFC fighters. Okay, that's kind of a dumb stat. My nails frosted? Hell no. What do you think? What do you think? I'm on crack? No, my nails are not frosted. Thank God I looked. I had 4 points not used yet, so I put that in Allen. Oh, shit. Well, yeah, it is a good thing you looked. Maybe I'm pretty sure I used all my points, but... oh, shit, I still had 100 here, too. Thanks, Billy. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not even looking at mine. Why is it showing me somebody else's? Oh, because I was on that. Oh, no, I used all mine. Okay. Craig's won half his fights after being beaten only to pull off late submission. Yeah, he's definitely a live dog. Steve is my favorite right now as well. Mike, Ohio, bro. Nice. Burn lost a few lately. Hopefully loses again tonight. Playing it that way. Jim. I hate losing, but I also like to be honest. And I believe you have 100 extra XP that aren't being used. So go to this fight. You only have 100 XP on it. You can throw another 100 on it because you have 200 to put on this fight. Did I say I was a Bud Light fan? I just said I didn't care. I'm drinking PBR. Bud Light doesn't pay me, brother. Stipe looked about 80 years old the other night. He should not fight again. No way. Don't give in, even if Craig is losing after 3 rounds. His subs come unexpectedly quick, right? Cheers, Phil. All right, tail of the tape. Paul Craig, 8 years older at 35, 1.5 inches taller at 6'3.5". Paul has a 1-inch reach advantage at 76 inches. I thought he might bite Brendan Allen's nose off at the face-off. That's how violent Paul Craig was. I mean, he was like, you've seen the guys put like head-to-head where they push their head up, their forehead up in the no-no place. Like he was trying to shove his entire face into Brendan Allen's face. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. That even made me a little uncomfortable. All right, guys, it is the main event of the evening. Judges Derek Cleary, Sal Diamano, and Chris Lee. Mark Smith is the referee from the Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada, via Seattle, Washington. Brought to you by the premium members of Fights with Friends. Let's fucking go! 5 rounds in the middleweight division. First, out of the blue corner, he is a plus 340 underdog out of Coatbridge, Scotland. 7-5 is UFC underdog. 17-6 overall. Presenting the number 13th ranked middleweight in the world, Paul Craig. And out of the red corner, he is a minus 440 favorite out of Delray Beach, Florida. 6-2 is a UFC favorite. 22-5 overall. Presenting the number 10th ranked middleweight in the world, Brendan Owen Allen. Just came inside. My toes are numb. PBR is always the answer. Yes, PBR is all around. If anyone's in a state where online betting is illegal, ESPN just launched ESPN Bet. I was talking about that earlier. You get $200 in free bets, 4 $50 bets. I made an easy money today using those bets. Nice. All right, here we go. Game over, Allen, says Robert East. I like that little emoji. That's nice. All right, here we go. For what it's worth, I picked Brendan Allen by decision because it was worth a ton of points. Good inside leg kick there by Craig to start things off. Oh, right hand right on the chin from Allen. Outside leg kick from Brendan. Front kick to the knee for Craig. Nice left hand there for Craig. Craig's striking is improved so much over the last year or two. He really became a full mixed martial artist. From early on, it was almost like he was just a submission specialist. Good left hook there from Brendan. Right hand to the body from Allen. Nice right hook there from Allen and a knee to the body. Craig's got the underhook, though. We'll see what he does with it. He pushes Allen up against the fence. Lands a knee to the body. Now he drops levels. Allen defending the takedown well so far. I mean, if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, if you're not taking some sambo or freestyle wrestling, like catch wrestling or judo, I think you're crazy. Good knee there from Paul Craig. Knee to the body from Allen, and Allen throws the Tayatoshi and lands on top of Craig. Oh my goodness, and Brendan Allen's got the back. He's got hooks in. Big elbows from Allen. And now Allen in half mount. So it is down to the ground. Some would say Paul Craig has him right where he wants him, but Brendan Allen looks pretty comfortable on top right now. That was a beautiful throw from Allen. Looks like there's
confusion in there.
some blood dripping from somewhere. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Maybe from Paul's nose. Or I could have thought that it was dripping and it's from another fight. Brendan's just kind of suffocating him right now. Brendan might actually, even from the top here, he's being so patient, he might be looking to cause a stand-up. I haven't submitted my rankings yet either, Billy. It'll be there. It's been a busy week for me. Oh, there it is. Brendan's under the chin. Nope. Oh.
Paul Craig. Wow.
That's the problem with the leg lock game.
Craig went for a submission himself, which caused Allen to let go of the choke. Now they're both going for leg locks. And they both stand up together, but when they stand up, Brendan Allen's got the belt at a back position, picks Craig up and takes him back down to the ground. Brendan Allen seems committed to attacking Paul Craig on the ground. Seems like he wants to send a statement tonight by submitting the submission specialist. This might backfire on him. 35 seconds left in the first. Allen on top. And Paul Craig, he wasn't the biggest light heavyweight. He's a pretty damn big middleweight, though. Good shot from the top from Allen. And Allen no doubt won this first round. Oh, big elbow from the top from Allen, and that cut Craig open bad. Wow, he just sliced him. You could see the cut open too, like he was getting hit with a sword. That's a... No, I was just saying earlier, Billy, I think it's a horrible idea to let ESPN own a betting company. But technically, maybe that's why they didn't just out and out buy the UFC, though. Maybe this has been a plan for a while. Because when I seen that how much ESPN was paying for the UFC for 5 years of coverage, I was like, why don't they just buy them? Like, they're paying half as much as what was paid for the entire company for a 5-year TV contract. But maybe that's why. Craig's submission history and 350 spread is worthy of 100 risk. I agree. All right, here we go. ESPN doesn't own it. Penn does. They're using ESPN name. That makes a big difference. Good. Oh, big 1-2 from Allen to start the second. Almost knocks Craig out unconscious. Craig was out on his feet there for a minute, I think. Right elbow from Allen from the top, but Paul Craig is still not recovered. I mean, he is almost unconscious right now. That was a blast. Oh, and they're showing the replay there. What a shot. I don't know how Craig didn't go down from that. He immediately dove for the takedown, though. Oh, more big elbows from the top from Allen. Penn Gaming owns the sportsbook. Allen ground game is worthy. Like this guy a lot since he smashed up Hooker. I like Dan, but that beating he got was brutal. That'd be some shit if Allen submits Craig, right? I thought he might have him there in the first. And Allen moving to half mount, now to full mount. And he's got a lot of time. Craig's in a lot of trouble right now. Craig trying to turn his back and hooks the left leg of Allen, so Allen's back to half mount. But this is still a horrible position for Craig. Oh, what kind of choke is this?
Craig trying to roll.
Okay, he's not going for it. It was like, it looked like he was putting on like an inverted Peruvian necktie. I was like, how would that even work? Good hammer fist there for Allen. The hardcores are saving us lately. I noticed we're probably not getting much promotion because we didn't. I don't know that we got over 20 today. I seen we were at 20 viewers for a minute. Big elbow there from Allen, but we haven't really went under 15 for a long time either. So I appreciate you guys sticking with us. Oh, big elbow there from from Allen, excuse me, snaps Craig's head back. And Craig is a bloody mess right now. Current odds, Brendan Allen minus 810, Paul Craig plus 500 still. And they are closed at the moment. Oh, big elbow from the top from Allen. And another one. Man, he might be able to stop this with elbows. This is getting nasty. Oh, Craig going for the armbar. There it is. Now he goes for a triangle choke. Brendan's got to be really careful here. He got so cocky, and he almost got caught. And everybody knows how many come from behind submission attempts Paul Craig's had. Craig has history of getting out punched. Yeah, he's not the greatest striker. Doesn't sound good for Craig. Oh, that was an illegal up kick for Craig. He's got to be careful. I don't know if there was a whole lot he could have done. It didn't even look like it was purposeful, though. He was just trying to bring his triangle up. He's done, unless he comes out with that slick submission stuff he's good at. Tuning in. Yes, Allen won round one. What's up, Wyatt? Oh, big elbow and right hand there from Allen. Total domination from Brendan Allen right now. And another elbow. Of course, he floored him at the beginning of the round, or hit him with that big shot where he had to shoot for a takedown. Craig was basically out on his feet. Might be a 10-8 round for Brendan Allen. I mean, Craig really didn't do anything. Went for a couple submission attempts, but definitely nothing close. And with the shot at the beginning, I am going to say 10-8 for Craig. Or excuse me, for Allen. Oh, nice underneath uppercut there from Allen. And hammer fist to the ear. He's got hooks in, but he's going to run out of time. Easy 10-8 for Brendan Allen. Let's go to the corner of Paul Craig. I want to see how much he might even have left.
Round one, and Brendan Allen furthered the damage in the second.
Right there, right off the side of the eyebrow. Splits him open with it.
And the reason it's working is because you're seeing that Brendan Allen's Paul Craig's grabbing the hands of Brendan Allen from the bottom, and that's what allows those elbows to roll over the top. Very nice.
Big goons, stab it, keep right in his face or his belly, and just throw your right body kick. Just keep targeting the body with big kicks. Nothing fancy, just big kicks to the body. Take a spot.
Ain't over till it's over, especially Paul Craig. I still got Allen. TKO, it's coming.
Get top on the elbow. Shoot it. Shoot. Kicks and a shot.
All right, yeah, definitely two very different looking fighters right now. Brendan Allen looks fresh. Paul Craig looks, he looks like he wants to pass out. Allen is breathing heavy, though, now that they stopped and showed that. All right, here we go, round three. He did a lot of work in that last round. Nice right hand there from Craig to start the third round. Oh, good left hook to the body, and then a huge left hook upstairs for Allen, and he's going for a guillotine choke. And Craig is out. That was deep. He put that on so quickly, though. That was deep. I think he was close to getting that. Craig might. Oh, he's got it. Brendan Allen's got the sleeper from behind. I think this might be it. And there's the tap. Yeah, you seen Craig spitting. Wow, Brendan Allen submits Paul Craig. Who had that? Channel is changing. A ton of new programs coming. Don't worry. Live streams will be a secondary program once the new show begins. So much Fight Companion today compared to a few years ago. Yep, some channels have built subscribers by being on every day and covering all MMA. Oh, is there guys that are on all day covering it all? Like multiples? Damn, brutal beatdown. Yeah, Paul Craig was never in that fight. And we'll see how this ends up for verdict here. Oh, looks like the site's pretty overloaded at the moment. Everybody's checking. Let it spin for a minute. Billy, you came within 21 points of me. Damn. Oh, because you had second round knockout, right? I had decision. We both had Brendan Allen, but I had decision. All right, top 10 experiencer at 9th with 1,029. Greg Brimstone had 1,038 at 8th. Justin Diggs had 1115 in 7th. Hurricane Jason 6 with 1186. Ziggy 814 in 5th with 1240. Jim Unemployed Harlequin with 2144 at 4th. And then the top 3 very close. Lucky 13, 2847 in 3rd. Billy 2978 in 2nd, and he was just 21 points ahead of me. I got first this week, 29.99.
Over to the studio to join the crew. But first, hand raise. Here's Joe Martinez one final time.
I'm not going to catch you 4 points at a time, though, Billy. Damn it.
38 seconds, round number 3. Your winner, Brendan All In Allen!
I'm here with your winner.
38 seconds of the 3rd round. Brendan Allen submission. I don't think anybody picked that.
Top 10 in the world. Your daughter with you. You know, you oozed confidence this whole week. You said
that's 14 wins by submission now for Brendan Allen.
That's exactly what you did.
I'm a man of my word. That's what I do. But
I'm going to get his points for Allen winning, so I'm a mile ahead of you on the season. Yes, you are.
everyone they put in front of me, I'll finish them. Whoever the UFC says that is. I don't care who.
That's why spread was 350. Smash the shit out of Paul. Watch out for that kid. He's coming. Submit your rankings so we can average out ranks.
Next.
What do you mean by that?
Can I get the purple shorts with yellow letters? I'm trying to put on for my home team. My boy does.
How do you submit your rankings? Longest submission streaks in UFC history. He just tied Nate Diaz for 4th all time with 4. The leader is Hoist Gracie with 6.
Great credentials, but my boy Joe Piper want next. And you already know my boy Jay coming back for his belt. Let's go, boys.
I mean, you had everybody here. You had everything lined up when we talked to you guys this whole week. Having Jamal here, having Joe in the corner.
All right, big win for Brendan Allen.
Everything lined up.
Might check out TCLP sometime. Kid is always on and covers all MMA globally. I'm going to screenshot that so I don't forget. I will go check that out. Thanks, King James.
I'm telling you. And I'm here to show it every time. I don't want to talk about it. I'm about it. Come see me if you want it.
And you know, okay, baby. Who won? Who won the fight? Woo! And how was that, Brendan, having the kid with you this week and having her, seeing that and seeing where the motivation comes? How much more did that kind of motivate you this week? I try not to let it get in my head too much, but of course I want to come in here. I want to win with my baby. She's been around this her whole life. She was 2 weeks old and was already in Milwaukee. We were doing training camp, so I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. I love this kid. I love her sister, and I can't wait for her sister to get old enough. And we did it, yeah? We got money! Well, listen, let's hear it for a real winner, Brendan Allen, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming home. We're going to Disney World. Woo!
Gotta love that moment. His daughter, Brentley. Happy birthday to Brentley. She'll turn 4 years old, I believe, in a week or two. There you go, next week. And they got a younger girl back home.
Gotta give Allen a contender. Oh, absolutely.
Tuco, and making Joe Piper's next call out for himself. And all smiles in the corner.
Oh, the 15. Yeah, no, I'll submit ratings. Yeah.
He's got 14 by submission in his career. Next time you see him in the octagon, he'll be 28 years old as he celebrates a birthday just a few days after Christmas.
All right, let's.
Hard to argue with him as a title contender.
Well, we do not have a UFC next week. Never mind, because it'll be Thanksgiving. 30th year anniversary, of course, of the UFC all-time was last Sunday. If you haven't checked out our top 30 UFC fighters of all time, let me put up the link for that right now. It's a playlist. Even if you leave it playing in the background, if you decide you don't want to watch it, and you're like, I don't care, Mike. It's a 30-minute playlist. I would appreciate it. I'd ask you if you just hit it. If you just put the top video on 30, it'll play all the way through. The whole playlist is only 30 minutes because they're 1 minute apiece. I added songs to each fighter, the ones that I could get their walkout songs on. I did for most of them. So if you haven't seen it yet, watch it. Let me know what you think, and let me know which picks you disagree with, which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with. I want to see Alan Hamza. City Life Project is a strange title, but it's where I hang when Fights with Friends isn't on. All right, I'll check it out. Peace, Rob. Catch you later. All right. Bye, King. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Let's go over the results of this card. And James, are you still here? James, don't go anywhere. I got something for you. Let me know if you're still here. I want to go over that fight you were talking about. Well, it's about 15 or so. I'm going to watch the rest. Thanks, Flex. Bill, I'm trying to help. Yeah, he's trying to help. I'm going to go over... let me see if I can bring up the prelims, James. We were talking about... So there was a fight. He's trying to help me to give me ideas. No, nobody's trying to sabotage this, Billy. Relax, man. One love, happy Thanksgiving, folks. Good to know. See you later. All right. See you, Phil. Let me see. I might not be able to bring up... Well, I can probably rewind it all the way right now, I guess. So I'm going to go back to this fight you were talking about where you said there was... UFC saying there's a submission, but nobody's seen anything happen. So I want to go back to that and see it for myself and see if I can tell exactly what happened here. I'm really gonna have to go back at 10 fucking seconds at a time. Oh god, this app is killing me. It was... I was just looking at, we were talking about controversy and weird things happening since betting became legal. Earlier, it was 4:49 left in the third. Yeah, 4:49 in the third round. Submission, it was Chad Einhilliger and Jose Johnson. Official result was Jose Johnson by submission, 4:49 of the third. Can't remember who was fighting, and I think it was tail end of the prelim. Yeah, no, I found it, King James. I found what you're talking about. The fight ended with 11 seconds left in the round, and it says Jose Johnson by submission. Because I looked it up right when you were telling me earlier. It was the second to last listed prelim. Yep, seconds left in third. 11 seconds left. I still cannot believe this is making me go 10 seconds at a time, though. Screw you, ESPN. I'll go over the results for the night while I'm rewinding this. First fight of the night, Charles Johnson defeated Rafael Estevam by decision. Trey Ogden, method overturned. 3:11 in the third. Trey Ogden, Nicholas Mata, it just says method overturned. I have no idea what the heck happened there. Doesn't even say no contest now. It just says overturned. Lucy Podolova against Alien Perez. Alien Perez won unanimous decision. Big upset. Jeka Sariga plus 390 underdog defeated Lucas Alexander. 131 of the first round knockout. Mick Parkin defeated Chao Machado by unanimous decision. Christian Leroy Duncan defeated Dennis Tululin. 424 of the second. Then there was that one we were talking about, Jose Johnson, submission over Chad Einhilliger. With 11 seconds left in the fight. Last fight of the prelims, Jonathan Pierce over Joe Anderson Brito. 3:45 of the second round, Joe Anderson Brito by submission. Starting the main Mtechback, Oralbai defeated Uros Medic by submission. 4:12 of the second round. Amanda Heas defeated Luana Penado 3 minutes 53 seconds by knockout in what's gotta be the women's MMA fight of the year. One of the greatest women's MMA fights of all time, I think. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch that. Then the next fight was absolutely amazing too. Main card was amazing. Payton Talbot against Nick Aguire got the submission. 58 seconds of the third round, but Nick had him in a lot of trouble in that first round. Chase Hooper making easy work of Jordan Levit. 258 submission in the first round. Michael Morales, dominant unanimous decision over Jake Matthews. Then as we just seen, Brendan Allen defeating Paul Craig by submission, 38 seconds of the third round. Really not expected there either. Seconds left in the third. I don't have eyes. Need someone to tell me WTF happened. No one seems to know. And people with eyes are confused. You want the rear naked choke. 11 seconds left. Ogden versus Modify is now a no contest due to referee error. Ah, okay. Okay, that should hopefully be about the right fight. Now that's Heas and Penado, so I'm still a little ways off. No contest can't be a submission, especially when nobody tapped, napped, or quit. No, the fight you were talking about, he's saying, is a rear naked with 11 seconds left. The no contest one was... okay, you'll have to explain that one, Billy, because I'm not sure. Because, yeah, it just says 3 minutes, 11 seconds of the third round. Overturned. So that wasn't the one with seconds left. And Helliger tapped with 11 seconds left. Okay, thanks, Billy. I guess I don't need to go back then, since I'm almost there. All right. Hey, thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget, like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch that top 30. But have a good time with your family. I really safe travels for everybody. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving and a great week with all your family. And I'll try to have some content up, even though it is an off week for the UFC and everybody. No live stream next Saturday. We'll pick up the next week. What is that? Okay, which card is that? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think about a lot of things at a time, and I'm getting old. Darius and Saryukin. Yes, December 2nd. Darius and Saryukin. Benil Dariush, Armin Saryukin, Dan Hooker, and Bobby Green in the co-main. Rob Font, Divis, and Figueiredo in the 3 spot. Sean Brady, Kelvin Gastelum in the 4 spot. I'm not making this up. Holy shit, this is a fight night. Pinaheli Soriano and Dustin Stalvas in the 4 spot. Khalil Roundtree and Azamat Murzakanov. Into the prelims, we got Clay Guida and Joaquim Silva, Misha Tate and Julia Avila, Cody Brundage, Zach Reese, Drakkar Klose, Joe Selecki. Man, that is a stacked fucking fight night. That's got to be the most stacked fight night of the year on paper. Yeah, that's like a pay-per-view quality card. So 2 weeks from today, we'll have that one. Ref thought Mata was unconscious from a choke, but wasn't, so ref messed up. That's why that always no contest. All right. Thanks, guys. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses next time.